Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your T-shirt historian, and welcome to Cities Without Number. All right. To explain, Cities Without Number is a game by Kevin Crawford. Drink! And it is his basic attempt at doing cyberpunk-style gaming. And it is actually very perfectly suited to using all sorts of different settings that you want to use. So, you know, I could have used the Blade Runner setting. I could have used, you know, any futuristic setting you can think of. But I thought everybody pretty well knows the cyberpunk setting really well. And there aren't any officially established rules for Cyberpunk 2077 yet in TTRPG. So I chose to set today's adventure in the world of Mike Pondsmith's Cyberpunk 2077. The same one that you can turn on your video game system and get into as V. Only we don't have V today. We have a proper group of edge runners. Would you guys introduce yourselves, please? I can put you on the big screen.
Anyone? Bueller?
You're on screen, bud.
Okay, me. Right. So I was looking at our YouTube screen because I was just publicizing us. Right. I'm playing Talus Sax. He is a genetically enhanced soldier originating from the Antarctic Collective, which by 2077, if I remember my game lore right, there is now proper permanent habitation on Antarctica. Not just the kind of mining collective that my people were in starting in the mid-2020s. So it's been 50 years of our settlement there, but now all these Johnny-come-latelys have come there. Some of the people who lived in the Antarctic Collective were genetically modified to protect them from the almost completely absent ozone layer, which is the reason my skin is blue. Some of our skin is purple. Other people just stay indoors. I was part of the security forces there, got a bit fed up with watching, you know, penguins die. So decided I would make my way to the mainland of America and try and make a new life for myself there. I'm born and bred and engineered to be a soldier, but I quite fancy myself as a field medic, so I have changed training in that direction. There you go.
Nice. All right. Health?
Yes, health. Sa Ka Fang Hmong grew up in a sort of an ethnic kind of tower block dominated by her people, and in particular by her friend would be a slightly odd word for it. Zhao Huaso, who is is officially the block elder in cultural terms, but is also he happens to be the leader of the neighborhood protection gang. She health has acquired through a combination of necessity and natural aptitude, some skills and ability as a sort of medic, field medic, but she is a butcher. She's not all about neat sutures and all the rest of it. No. She makes you work again. That's her job.
I like that. All right. Package?
Well, Package is sort of a street name, which I tend to wander around on. And the less you know about me, the better it is for your health. And unfortunately, there's not a lot else to say. You come to me when you want someone to disappear.
And Pretty Yoshi.
So I am Shimizu Yoshi, known as Pretty Yoshi because I'm very pretty. I'm basically androgynous, kind of generic pretty boy kind of look. I've spent most of my life playing around with computers and got pretty good with them. So, I mean, some people might refer to me as a hacker god, but that seems maybe a little too much. That's basically all I do is fiddle with computers all day.
Nice.
Usually for money.
All right. So your group of edge runners has worked together for a little while now because you're all 3rd level. So you've gotten to know each other pretty well. And it's at this point you're out doing your regular gigs in Night City with the wonderful stench of frying foods and the oppressive, Californian heat magnified by the smog and the other pollutants that are in the air. Night City is hustling all the time. People always moving. People always getting shot. People always doing things. Cars moving at 1,000 miles an hour back and forth, randomly hitting pedestrians. Neon everywhere. And so much noise. So much saturated noise. Advertisements blaring at you from every possible surface all the time, 24/7, bombarding you. Through the haze of all this noise and pollution, you get a call.
Well, pick up.
Okay. In a modern, futuristic, dystopian type world where people can pay to have themselves body sculpted into the most beautiful, most unimaginably gorgeous specimens possible, Fixer Mama Fat Elliot chooses not to do this. This woman weighs somewhere north of 300 pounds. You're pretty sure she spends at least half of her fixer's income on food. And the fact that on the vidcom she's busy stuffing some pork egg rolls into her maw as she speaks. Kids, got a job for you.
What's the spec?
Had a bunch of guys roll some Corpo egghead. They want you to go get the stick back that he was carrying. I ran off with it.
We got a
You know where he's
location.
gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy's name was Laramie Snarford. He lived over in Charter Hill near Gold Milwaukee Plaza. Anyway, guy works for Rogues of the Currency, which is a subsidiary of the Kang Tao Corporation. Some game company or something, I don't know. I don't mess with that stuff. Anyway, the payout's $90,000 if you can get the stick back. Apparently they're kind of on a bit of a crunch. Something about a anniversary release of whatever it is that was stolen. What are the details you need?
Where was he rolled?
Well, he was on his way to Corpo Plaza, so he got rolled somewhere between Del Rey and Charter Hill.
Not a lot to go on. Any tracer on the stick? Any CCTV footage? Did he have cyber optic footage? Is he okay? Is he alive?
Oh, guy took a pretty good kicking. You'd have to talk to him more about all the details. Anyway, you want the gig?
I'm in.
Sure. Just one question though: is it a keep it quiet kind of job, or we can make as much noise as we need to?
Client didn't say anything about how loud or soft you got to go. They just want the stick back, and frankly, I don't think they give a shit who gets whacked in the process. So you're at your discretion on it.
All right. What's the pay?
90,000. That's everybody, not individually.
I'll split 4 ways. Fair enough.
Well, that works for me.
I'm in as well.
And we're going to have a caster, I think, joining us. Here he is.
That guy.
Yep. I sent you character sheets. Yeah, there's only 2 left, so you choose between the 2. All right. Well, what's the plan of action? One of your team members has been kind of out of communication for a little bit because apparently they've been hitting the stick a little bit too much lately and probably laying in an alley somewhere face down in their own vomit. But they'll catch up.
Well, do we have a driver?
I believe several of your characters have drive.
Yeah. I have a beat up old combat ambulance, which I'm still fixing up, but it has enough room at the moment to take 2 people.
Just 2?
Yeah, me and 2 other people. That's it so far.
Well, there's only 4 of you at the moment, so...
Oh, who's walking then? I call shotgun.
I guess I have a bus pass. I can take that to the
There you go. Package is used to getting to where she needs to go on the bus. All right. Well, you catching up to Laramie Snarford?
Yeah, we should probably go and find him at whatever his home address is first.
Yep, they've got a home address. He lives in Charter Hill, which is kind of nice. Just as you start to approach the apartment, you do see a couple of low-rent thugs kicking the shit out of a civilian. I don't know if you want to get involved or not, but there's the opportunity there.
Yeah, not my problem.
Pop a couple of rounds off out of the car window.
Oh, you're initiating combat?
Well, as we're driving past. I'm trying to
Just to
just
spook 'em.
drive by shooting.
So more of a sort of drive-by shooting intervention.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like get into a fight with them, but if I can take them out or at least scare them a bit while we're going past.
Well, roll to hit.
D20, yeah.
Yep. D20 and your total attack bonus is unfortunately only +1 because you're not really skilled with shooting.
I get any negative for it being out of a moving vehicle?
There might be, but I don't figure Blue is driving so fast that he wouldn't slow down a little bit to let you aim.
Oh, I got a natural 20. So
Really?
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Headshot.
Okay. I'm just going to say that it immediately goes into trauma, so roll d6, and then roll d8, and do ×2 modifier on the trauma dice, which is a d8. So.
D6 is 4.
Mhm.
D8 is also 4, so that'll be a total of 12.
Total of 12. Okay, this kid only had about 5 hit points, so his head explodes, splattering the guy next to him. Guy next to him looks kind of shocked as he wets himself. Anyone doing anything else?
Yeah, fuck it. Hey, pull over. Let's go and have words with this guy.
Fine, I'll pull the ambulance over and pop the doors. I'm going to stay in the cab, though, and wait.
Okay.
Okay. So
Anybody else getting out to do anything?
Is the bus stop anywhere near here?
Probably not. You're about the only one who couldn't get in on the action because of being on the bus.
All right.
Health is actually going to get out, but she's watching this strictly from a sort of anthropological point of view. She's just curious to see where Yoshi ends up.
All right, Yoshi, what you doing?
Walk out, pointing my gun at the other guy, and be like, "Fuck off and leave this guy alone."
Yeah, he runs about as fast as his legs can carry him.
Is there anything useful on the body of the guy I just capped?
He has ordinary clothing, a heavy pistol, which could have done you some real damage if he decided to shoot back, if he'd had a chance, and a knife.
I will take the heavy pistol and the knife.
All right.
And ask the kid they were beating up if he's okay.
The guy who was getting beat up looks like some kind of salary man. He wasn't wearing any corp logos or anything, unfortunately. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have gotten rolled. He's like, "Thank you. I'd never seen those two guys."
Yeah, sure you haven't. Generally, in these kinds of situations, you offer some sort of reward to the person that just saved your life.
Oh, yes, thank you. Here, 1,500 credits. Is this fine?
Yep, that's fine for me.
All right. Add 1,500 credits to your character, and I put the stats for the heavy pistol up in the private chat, so you can copy them down at your leisure.
Thank you. I'll give the guy the knife and be like, next time, just stab the fuckers.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. He'll move on.
You have a nice day. I'll get back in the car.
Anyone?
What?
I don't know if there's anything else anyone wanted to do.
No. Wait for them to get back in, and then carry on.
All right.
Sorry about that. I couldn't just leave them beating that guy up.
Why?
Why? Because he just paid me 1,500 credits to save his life.
Ah, so you robbed him at one remove. I see.
You robbed him without beating the shit out of him.
Being the good guy pays.
Really? You've got this far, and that's what your life has taught you? God, I'm amazed you've got this far.
All right. Package. Package.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Package. You get off the bus, arriving, just a short walk from Charter Street. When you hear a familiar groan down an alley, choosing to investigate, you head down the alley and you see Speedloader, kind of sitting up against a dumpster, with 2 empty bottles of tequila. Apparently, he had a great night last night.
I walk up and put my arm around him and then quietly say, "Hey, what's up?"
Not so loud. Is this a stick up? Because, like, that would really suck to wake up to that.
No, you idiot. It's package. I thought you were here for the job.
Job. Yeah. Oh, that was today, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'll have to. Yeah, but timing. I mean, of course, yeah. I totally meant to be here. Good thing I am.
Well, the others haven't arrived yet. Maybe we ought to go and get a look at this building from afar and see what we're dealing with.
Yeah. Let's go. Ugh. Boy, I tell you, like, they say the best nights are the ones you don't remember, and last night must have been fucking amazing.
I bet. I guess we try to go and get eyes on the building while we're waiting for the other 3 to show up.
Sure. Well, yeah, Snarford's apartment. It's an apartment block. It's a small building, kind of yellowish in color with red balconies, staircases, and stuff. It's kind of your typical Night City setup with vending machines everywhere and hookers. The inside of the building is, of course, dirty and an institutional color of green. But the elevator appears to be working, although it does kind of smell like somebody used it as a urinal at least once.
Okay. I'll walk over to one of the vending machines and buy the Speedloader some potato chips to sober up a little bit. And while I do that, I just want to look and see if I see like anybody that looks out of place-ish, or like they're kind of on guard or whatever.
It's Night City. You got weirdos everywhere, including the bum who's wandering through the lobby, muttering to himself about aliens and vampires.
Okay.
About this time, Blue pulls up with the rest of the gang, and they hop out, enter the building. So you've all reunited. And look, there's Speedloader munching on some chips and nursing a hangover.
Yeah, I've got one of the bottles of tequila with me still, just kind of having a little sip to help offset the hangover. Because if I never sober up, I never have the hangover.
There's also that. Caster, check your Discord.
Oh, thank you.
Health. If you wish, you can help him get over his hangover by making a skill check.
Nah, fuck him. He brought it on himself.
Okay. Then, until your hangover is over, you are temporarily at a -1 for at least 6 hours.
And you know her well enough to know that if you did ask for her help, she would just bitch at you the whole time. So it's probably not even worth your time.
Yeah, well, that's why Speedloader's of course never going to ask, because he knows, because he's tried this one too many times.
Oh, there is a piece of equipment I forgot to add to Speedloader. Speedloader also has his somehow managed to not get rolled for his guitar, which he still got strapped to his back. After all, he is a pop idol. And a bit of a minor celebrity.
Oh, the worst kind.
He's got useful skills.
I got fans.
Maybe you could get one of them to give them that you give you their liver.
We're just gonna get the cybernetic liver. It'll be fine. I'll get to process all the alcohol, and it'll be a smooth burn.
I'm just curious, Castard, have you gotten to read what your edge gives you for being a pop idol?
I'm just starting to look through a bit of that.
Okay. The pop idol foci, it's at level 1 you gain perform as a bonus skill. Once per game week, with an hour or so of messaging, you can mobilize about 100 of your fans to perform some act of your choice, provided it's no more than mildly criminal or slightly dangerous. Flash mobs, getaway drivers, scouting reports, tailing people, or instant parties might all qualify as services. Your fans don't have any special skills, but they'll do anything ordinary workers or civilians could do. If you mobilize them for donations or merch purchases, you get $1,000 per character level, $1,000 per character level. You can't mobilize them to buy your content more than once per month. But you have level 2, so you can mobilize up to 100 fans. So in your case, 300 fans. Though a major mob is likely to draw a law enforcement response. You've cultivated fan leaders who pass along your wishes deniably, concealing your involvement in the crowd. And your donation and merch earning amounts double. So yes, you could create a 300-person instant mob if you need it.
Good to know. Then I've also got hard to kill.
That gives you more hit points every level.
Yeah.
And more trauma. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why you can survive your liver being destroyed by drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, just I just calling all the fans, like bring the booze, and we party a bit, cause a scene,
basically. All right. Well, the group is together, and you guys are in the lobby of I keep forgetting his last name. Snarford's apartment complex.
All right, then. So I've obviously been planning this well ahead and all, but why don't we just, for the sake of the whole team, like, figure out our plan here now? Just remind everyone. Does anyone want to take the lead on that?
He's a coder for a group called Rogues of the Currency or something. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary. He was carrying an important data stick with stuff for an anniversary of some game or something they've made. It doesn't much matter what's on the stick, really. He got rolled by some thugs who took the stick along with everything else, unless there's more afoot. We've been hired to find the stick, for which we'll get a share of 90k euros. So we're here to talk to him. if he's got a cyber eye, maybe we can get some faces or something to run down, or at least a description. So, yeah, hopefully he didn't get kicked in the head too much. That about cover it, guys? Girls?
I think so. Personally, I think Little Weasel was in on it from the get-go.
Yeah, well,
Leave him in a room with Package.
Package will make him talk. Well, you guys heading into the elevator?
Yeah, Charter Hill's kind of an upmarket district. Are we allowed in without any trouble?
Well, apparently this guy apparently lives in one of the lower rent parts of Charter Hill. It's like he just makes enough money to be able to live in Charter Hill, but not quite enough to afford one of the nice apartments in Charter Hill.
Right.
And it's still a bad enough area that, you saw people getting rolled outside the place. So,
Well, that's where the rich people are, isn't it?
mm-hmm.
I guess by 2077, North Oak has kind of taken over as the posh district, hasn't it? So,
Oh, that and Watson. Well, no, not Watson. The Glen. The Glen is the nice place.
2020 Charter Hill was like corporate districts, Hacienda Casino, Hydra Subsidium had an office there.
Well, now,
Shit like that. Yeah.
Charter Hill's close to Westbrook and Japantown, sandwiched between that and Santo Domingo, which are all rough areas. So, by 2077, it's not that great.
All right.
Did this incident happen outside the apartment complex?
No, it happened closer to. I want to say Republican Vine, so right in the Del Rey district, the neighboring Del Rey district.
Well, let's head on up and talk to this guy. Though that's not my job. Someone who's better at talking to human beings should probably do it.
Yeah, well, hopping in the elevator. This one doesn't have a vid screen or anything, but it apparently does have a sound system, and the familiar sounds of Silverhand will come out over the speakers.
Fucking oldies stations.
Can I connect into it?
You want to try and hack the elevator?
Yeah,
Okay,
have it.
I'll give you a hack roll.
Okay. That's another D20, isn't it?
So you have a D20 plus your programming skill of +2 and your intelligence of +2.
I don't think any bonuses are going to help her roll the 2.
Oh, you rolled a 2?
Yeah. Oh God, can't open it. Can't hack an elevator.
Apparently, this elevator systems are so ancient and decrepit that you can't even find a plug to fit.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Fucking future, or nothing is compatible.
Everything's proprietary. You should see my genome.
Gotta have 5 adapters to be able to make shit work.
Pretty much.
I love that meme. All right. Well, the wonderful sounds of Johnny Silverhand disappear as you guys enter the main area. Yeah, the guy's apartment is just up ahead. It's actually kind of nice up in this part. I mean, looks like the trash is actually taken out on a regular basis, if nothing else. Knocking on his door?
I'll knock his door.
Okay.
Open up. It's the pigs.
The door will open, and a man whose head resembles an onion will answer the door. Has him wearing broken glasses and what looks like a lumberjack style shirt. Yes, can I help you?
I don't know. Can you help us?
What am I helping you with?
We're here about the data stick.
Oh, you must be the edge runners that they hired. Yeah, come on in. This guy's apartment looks like Fantasy Nerd Central. He's got pictures of scantily clad women up on the walls in actual paper. He's got lots of little miniatures, but he's also got like lots of decking gear and stuff for playing virtual tabletop games and things.
This is a man of culture.
This man is stuck in the past.
He has a bunch of swords up on his wall that could charitably be called wall hangers.
So he's a wall ninja.
Yeah, basically. I mean, package, you could see a couple of his knives and stuff, and you're kind of like, yeah, that shit's, butter knife steel. Couldn't kill anybody with those.
Oh, but no, trust me. I'm sure he'll no doubt talk about how it was folded 10,000 times at the local Hot Topic.
Hey, you guys joke. This looks like my
off the wall and swing it around and just sort of smile at him.
Oh, hey, that's a limited edition. There's only 10,000 of those made. It's a collector's item.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
Oh, wow. You must be pretty rich.
Yeah,
That one cost me a whole month's savings. You know, I worked on the Tomb of Slaughter. Yeah, I did. You guys ever play that game?
I'm gonna say yes.
Wow.
What did you do on it?
I helped collate some of the data, and I wrote some of the dialogue. Yeah, I mean, I'm a very important guy over there. You know, they really like me over at Rogues of the Currency.
That's cool, but they probably aren't very happy that you've lost their data stick.
Oh, I didn't lose it. You know, a bunch of guys came at me. You know, they all had these like skull-looking masks, and they beat me up. I mean, right there in front of everybody. Nobody stopped them or anything. I mean, I was reaching for my knife, and because I was going to fend them off, because I've taken some self-defense lessons, and well, they kind of got the better of me, Can I say I'm a lover, not a fighter?
Wait a minute.
He keeps eyeballing package and health. What?
So wait a minute. Which game was that again?
Tomb of Death. Yeah.
I think I might have helped work on some of the soundtrack for that one. I think I got picked up for a gig on that.
Oh wow, it's nice to meet a fellow artist. So
that one paid pretty good. I really don't remember the next 2 months after that. After I recorded that.
Wow. So anyway, what all do you guys need from me to help you?
Anything distinctive about the stick and what's on it?
Oh, okay. The stick is red, and it has our logo on it. Rogues of the Currency, ROTC. Anyway, it's got a 100th anniversary edition of our best-selling game, Labyrinths and Lightbringers. Oh man, this game was made back in 1977, and this is the 100th anniversary of that game.
And there's no other copies of this.
Well, because the company wanted to, keep it kind of low key and in house, it was going to be a special anniversary release. They just kept it all on that one stick, and people in the company had to sign out for it and stuff. So, since it was in my safekeeping, I'm kind of responsible for it. So that's why we're paying so much to get it back. It's really critical.
Well, this is a lesson in why you need a good backup plan. You should have on-site and off-site backups.
Yeah, I at least make sure to have a backup of the albums when we record them.
Well, the problem is if everybody knows that, backups can be hacked and stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot harder to hack physical media. So, yeah, we just kept it on that stick.
That worked so well for you guys.
I kind of smile and walk forward and say, I'm not so much for games, and I tap him in his little package with the tip of the sword and say, "You sure there's not something you're telling us?"
I think one of the guys said something about Jerry. At least I think so. Or maybe it was Gary or Mary or something. I don't know. I got hit in the head kind of a few times.
They were skull masks, right?
Yeah, skull masks.
Any gang
You
colors?
look like you've kind of got one of those punchable faces.
I do.
A little bit.
Have you got any cyberware?
Oh, I got the basic stuff, for, chipping in and skill plugs and that kind of thing. I couldn't write very well without my skill plugs.
Okay, but you got anything that would record anything that's been going on?
Oh, I don't have any kind of recording software or anything like that. That's kind of above my pay grade.
Do you remember exactly where you were?
Yeah. I was over I was near Del Rey. I was on my way to work over in Corpo Plaza. ROTC's kind of a big deal because we're part of Kang Tao.
All right, but exactly where were you? Like out front of a shop, next to a traffic light? What was directly around you?
Well, I was kind of, the Joys and Toys store over there at the corner in Del Rey, and yeah, I had just walked out of there. I mean, I had just picked up a new BD. I was kind of excited. He points to this BD that's laying on the desk. It says, the Crimson Phallus and the Princess of Doom.
Right. And they didn't take that off you, just the stick.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like they knew exactly what they were looking for. They didn't even take any money.
Yeah, it sounds like... Who's your main competition?
Oh, we don't have anybody. We have almost a complete domination of the market, because we're part of Kang Tao. ROTC's a big company.
Almost. Almost. So there is somebody.
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of independents out there. I mean, there's Dead Mortem Studios run by that guy, Frim Jim, but nobody pays attention to him. And then there's that other guy, Crying Princess, but he's over in Finland. Nobody listens to him either.
So it sounds like it could be literally anyone.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past any of those guys. I mean, they're all just jealous of our success, and they just want what we have because they're just haters and stuff, right? Everybody knows that Labyrinths and Lightbringers is the original role-playing game, the best one out there, the biggest one. We're the one who make all the movies and the VR and everything.
Pretty Yoshi, maybe you ought to have a look on his computers.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. You're going to give me the password, or am I just going to find them out?
Oh, sure. I could show you where I work. He shows you his home system. There's kind of an unhealthy amount of goblin porn on it. You'll notice first thing.
How much is an unhealthy amount of goblin porn?
Go and ask Vosh.
Well, when it exceeds,
is a nerd, so there's an unhealthy amount of goblin porn on pretty.
Well, it's more like when you have so much of it starts falling over into your tax folder.
Well, I don't know. I would consider 10 terabytes to be excessive, but
I don't know. I find goblin short stacks quite taxing as well. I would tax Raquel Welch.
Oh, hey, there's one that I starred in.
Yeah, well, as Yoshi's rifling the computer, he'll kind of look over at the package. So, you're pretty strong looking. You single?
I smack him on his package with his sword and say, I'm above your tech level.
Ooh.
Man, she will peg you so hard gypsies will be selling you door to door. I wouldn't.
Oh, really? I mean, he gets kind of that cum look for a minute.
I go into his kitchen and steal food and drink.
Yeah, mostly this guy, has every flavor of packaged shit that you can imagine. Anything from tahine to meat stick plus, and of course he has a burrito XXL machine conveniently located in the apartment as well.
Nice, living large.
Yep.
Do you have any Pocky or whatever the in-game equivalent of Pocky is?
No, but he does seem to have a lot of potato chips.
You said you had to.
Sorry, go on.
Yes, he does. Yes, he also a fridge full of Chromanticore.
You said all employees had to sign this data stick in and out.
Yes. Yes.
Who has access to that? Who would know who that you had it in your possession?
Oh, well, the company, of course. I mean, it's on our servers who checks them out and stuff.
Why did you have it in your possession?
I was putting some finishing touches in there. I work really hard over there. I collate data. I make sure stuff is all lined up and the text looks kind of legible and
why would you not be in the office? Why did you take it out of the office?
Well, we were running short on time because this is a really important thing. We're supposed to release at the end of the month. And, yeah.
But you had time to go stop and get more videos.
Well, I mean, they help me think better.
Does your computer have access to the company's servers?
Oh, no, No, that's too easy to get hacked. We don't have systems that connect directly back to the system, no.
I want to go search the bedroom.
Sorry, what?
I would like to go search the bedroom and see if he has any hidden cash or
you don't want to search his bedroom.
You really don't. I mean, you walk in there and yeah, you can only imagine the smell. Do you still wish to proceed?
Unfortunately.
You dare enter his dungeon.
Yes.
So,
He
for instance, somebody knew that you had this stick. You signed it out, and that record was on the company's servers.
Yeah.
Was somebody hacked the company's servers, or somebody in the company?
I don't understand the question.
We need to know who found out that you have the stick.
I don't know.
But you said there's no remote access to the company servers.
Well, I mean, I check it out all the time to work on it at home. Like I said, we're on a kind of a time crunch here. Package, you will actually find a real treasure. He has a small case with actual paper pornography.
Ooh. Okay, just take it in the room and sit down on his couch and casually pull one out and start leafing it open. And then I kind of act like I'm going to start to take out, like rip the pages of the pictures that I like out and see what.
Oh, hey, those are collector's items. They don't make those on paper no more.
Well, they're about to be my collection if you don't give us a little bit more to go on.
I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I was just going to work, and those guys rolled me and took my stick and left me there. I mean, what else do you want to know?
I want to know how I can access the logs for who's got the stick. Do I need to be in the company offices?
Yeah, you'd have to go down to Corpo Plaza and go sign in directly over there. I mean...
You got a company ID on you?
Yeah, right here. It's got a picture of him, on the thing with a scan bar and everything.
How easy does it look to forge?
I mean, so. I mean, you figure they've got some pretty decent security if they're connected to Kang Tao.
Oh yeah, but if we've got a legit company ID and we can use that to make copies, I'm just wondering if we can get in with that.
I don't know.
What skill would it be to make a copy
of his ID?
Yeah, but I mean, with our pictures.
You want to get into the company?
Yeah, I want to take a look at their server, and if there's no remote access, I need to get into their server room.
We'll call it a program role.
Okay.
Something you're good at.
So, D20 plus 2?
Yes, plus your intelligence.
Oh, plus intelligence as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's his company picture.
If that's him, why aren't we all in a coma?
I got a 14.
I mean, you have created what you think are reasonable facsimiles. You would still need you actually have to go take it to a card press or something in order to actually get physical copies made. But, if you ran a hack, you might be able to get past the security that way.
Yeah, it's mostly like if somebody questions what we're doing, we can show them the ID, and having something that at least looks legitimate.
I mean, you're not sure that package would look like a company employee in any case, or blue.
Maybe we could sign them in as guests.
Anyway, he seems to be pretty cooperative overall, if not like a little bit kind of nervous. Although you're not sure if he's nervous because there's people in his apartment or because, package and health are here. And probably hasn't had a woman step into his apartment in God knows how long.
Yeah, but making eyes at health is a bit like trying to flirt with a tarantula, you know.
Yep.
But you, it seems to me that you're quite an important man.
Oh yeah, I'm really important. You know, they really like me over there.
I'm sure. And she kind of throws a dismiss. She's trying to be expansive, but it just comes off inevitably as completely dismissive and contemptuous of the various bits of cultural tat lining his apartment. And of course, there are a large number of people who would find you very impressive, given your connections, your experience, your role.
Yeah.
Did you tell anybody that you had the stick?
Well,
Perhaps
I mean,
perhaps to impress them a little.
not really. I mean, I just signed it out like normal. I mean, I don't really know anybody other than my Thursday night gaming group. You know, we always gather every Thursday to play Labyrinth and Lightbringer, right? You know, I'm the dungeon master. Yeah. My special world that we play in. Yeah. Something about the way he says that makes everybody almost have to make a save. But
Roll to keep your skin on you so it doesn't crawl off.
yes, you might. Yes, everybody may have to make a mental save if he keeps doing that.
I think we've got about as much as we can get out of this guy.
I got one more question for him.
Oh yeah.
You got room for another player on your game?
Sure. Yeah. Here you go. Here's my. Oh, you got your contact deets? I'll your phone. I'll send them to you. He just eagerly sends over his contact info.
Yeah, sounds good.
He just basically airdrops it.
Yeah.
Whether or not you wanted it or not, you're getting it.
Yeah, I just didn't imagine that Pretty Yoshi is like what this guy wishes he was. Like,
Yeah. Somehow package and health also get that ping, but
I roll up one of the magazines and just sort of stuff it where he can't see it anymore. I think.
I assume that like we all hear the loud crinkle of like crusty pages.
He's actually got some of these magazines in bags, so with backboards.
Yeah, I've got a concealment skill that I can hide things. So,
Okay.
That you can't find.
some of that crap in the magazines isn't even his previous owners.
Well, what now?
Well, I think we should check the logs for the company servers, see who has accessed the signing in and signing out form.
We should stop off at the site where he was mugged on the way. Maybe you can check some of the local cameras. We can ask him in the stores. Joys and Toys said he bought something. Maybe we can find the guys casing him on their CCTV.
Sounds good.
All right. To the Mirthmobile.
So I guess package and speed loader are taking the bus.
I mean, you can stand on the running boards if you want.
I mean, that's the one thing I guess I overlooked is getting everybody transport. So why don't we just it's my fault. We'll just say that there's a vehicle that's large enough to accommodate everybody, like a van.
We'll just say that the back of mine isn't comfortable, but they can squeeze in there.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, just shove the tools aside. And...
Someone's getting a guitar shoved in their cheek.
Shotgun.
I throw all the food and drink I stole from his apartment into the back as well. Hey, military, you get your food where you can, you get your sleep where you can.
There you go. So now there's a big thing of soja sil and tahine and monster meat and all this other stuff in there.
Some like Funyuns.
Yeah, and chips.
Cheapo.
Yeah. Along with probably about 50 cans of Chromaticor. Chromaticor!
Now with 1% real cheese.
Tastes so cheesy. You'll never know the difference.
All right. Roll the ambulance, which is a long wheelbase Mahir Supron Trail Bruiser, down to the site where he was mugged, and pull up onto the curb.
All right, yeah. People get out of your way.
Damn straight.
Joy and Toys is right there with its lurid neon pink lettering and its very how do I say this? Lewd neon of penetration happening on it.
Huzzah. All right. What's opposite Joy and Toy?
A neighborhood convenience store. Like a 24 Mart with Chew-2.
Yeah. Any traffic lights or
yeah,
CCTV?
There's traffic lights and CCTV.
All right. So we need camera data from there, from here, and from up there. I'll try asking nicely.
So what are you going into the store?
It would be easier if they'll just give us it.
It would be.
My friend, the shopkeeper, they don't run any of these shops, do they?
Yeah. Well, what if I go into the shop with Blue to try to push the idea of setting up shop here to do a concert? We'd want to get some good camera shots.
Well, I mean, that's up to you. Why don't I describe the scene and let you guys proceed? So you all heading into the Joy Toy place?
Let's start at the convenience store. I think I need to prepare myself to go into Joy Toy.
Get liquored up first. Yeah, the convenience store. It's your typical cheapo store. It's got Chew-2 pumps outside. Inside, of course, they sell like every snack food known to man, along with a few actual staples. There's an entire wall of XXL burritos in every flavor you can imagine.
Well, I'll buy myself a burrito.
Okay. That'll be 15 credits.
Sure. So you don't have any security cameras here, do you?
Guy behind the counter looks like he's about 60 years old with a grizzled beard, and he's listening to something in the background. It's like, of course we got CCTV. Kid, I wouldn't do this job without that.
I don't suppose we could persuade you to let us have a look at some footage from not too long ago.
Depends. When and how much you paying me?
How much you asking?
Well, I could use 1,000.
I'm sure everyone could use 1,000. I could give you 500.
That'll work.
Or, you could just give us access. We're investigating a guy who was mugged out here. It'd be terrible if word got round on the street that you just stood by while people got beaten up.
Hey, I don't give a shit. They don't pay us to go out there and stop muggings. Matter of fact, about the only thing they pay us to do is if somebody comes in here and tries to rob us is to lay down and just let them take what they want. We're insured.
Hey, now. I'll tell you what, 500, but it includes the cost of this burrito as well.
Sold. He'll put on some very thick glasses, which is kind of an anomaly. and sit down at his terminal. I was like, all right, so what's the date?
Good question. What is the date?
Well, you can just tell him, yeah, I'm give him the date.
Yeah, last night around 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, he'll roll the camera back and he's like, oh, wow, I hadn't seen this footage. Yeah, that guy's getting the shit beat out of him there. Turn the monitor where you can see it, and it's like, yeah, there's good old Laramie Snarford getting the shit kicked out of him by what looks like about 6 assailants who are all wearing these skull-like masks that obscure their images from the camera. But they do look like some kind of a gang.
Anything distinctive? Are they recognizable as a gang? Do we know what gang?
They're wearing skull masks.
Did they get in or out of a vehicle?
They didn't appear to get out of a vehicle. They just kind of all came from one side of the screen to the next.
So they maelstrom?
No.
No.
Being skilled in close combat technique, does it look like they're pulling any punches, or does it look legit?
Well, they don't look like they're hitting him hard enough to kill. They're not using any weapons. But they just basically beat the shit out of him to disable him. And then, yeah, take his... they rifle through his stuff and take his chip.
Okay.
Like you said, they didn't touch his money or anything else. They were specifically after that chip, and then they run off with it.
Do we happen to see which...
Sorry.
Okay, too many people.
Do we happen to see which... Does he happen to see which way they run off? Is there a vehicle nearby they run to or anything?
You can't... Like I said, they didn't appear from a vehicle or out of a vehicle or anything. But they just kind of went from one side of the camera to the other.
Okay, so could we, from what we've seen, could we follow their direction by going to another camera somewhere else?
Yes.
Which direction they went or came from?
Yeah, he can switch to that other camera, and you can see them all heading down an alley. He's like, oh, this bunch. Skull thieves.
You know them?
Local wannabes. You know, there are people out there who even Maelstrom rejects. Well, these guys are the rejects.
They're not good enough for the big time, are they?
Nope. So they're just hashing out a living as a little shitty street gang. They're not affiliated with anybody. They got no ties to anybody.
Well, that's good. That means they could be bought. Any idea where we'd find these guys?
Probably across the bridge in Santo Domingo.
Could you be more specific? I'm assuming you've seen them hanging around somewhere.
I don't know. They're out there in Santo Domingo. I'd check around Arroyo.
Well, unless anyone else has any questions, I think we should head there.
Yeah, see if we can get a better angle from the Joy Toy place.
Yeah, I need to pick some stuff up there anyway.
Yeah, and I got some paper porn to sell.
Fine.
Slightly foxed, as the saying might go.
Well, I guess you talk to whoever's running the place. I'll just hang around in case there's trouble. I'll give it the husband waiting in the lingerie section sort of thing.
So you're heading over to Joy Toy?
Yeah. But now I'm
Yeah,
thinking about that Father Ted sketch.
I'm going to pick up some new toys while I'm there.
You'll walk in and you're hit with a wonderful blast of poppy upbeat music. The inside of this place is almost indescribable. There's an entire wall full of BDs that are in all lurid sorts of colors, designed to catch your eye. And the ones that are actually face outward have all kinds of acts depicted on the cover that people could probably involve themselves in. Multiple people, usually. There are several mannequins with lots of things strapped to them in various places where, normally people wouldn't think about, having sex parts. And all manner of lubricants, perfumes, lingerie items, fetish clothing, and various other things. It's almost a complete smut store. The guy behind the counter is wearing a full-length gimp suit made of some kind of rubber, to the point where you realize the internal temperature of him in that suit probably makes the inside of that suit smell like hot dog water and sweat.
So I want to find a huge dildo, like the kind you could use as a club.
Not hard, not difficult to do, and it's pretty sturdy because it's got to be to support that much mass.
So, how much for this?
Oh, you got the special. Yeah, that's gonna be 2,000 credits for that one.
2,000. How much if I let you watch me use it?
Oh, are you serious?
Very.
Right here?
You give me it for free?
Oh, only if I can take pictures.
Sure. 2 pictures.
Deal. For free. Okay. You're not seriously gonna, are you?
I got one other request as well.
Jesus, I thought I had blue balls.
Yeah.
One other request as well.
Yeah.
We just want to take a quick look at your video cameras from last night.
Oh, go ahead. I don't even care. Shit doesn't work half the time.
You got one pointing out on the street.
Yeah. He'll point you right to where the camera setup is.
Okay, you show us from last night. Once we're done, I'll use this. You can take a couple of pictures.
I mean, he practically bounces over there so quickly.
I imagine they've got more cameras set up inside the private rooms.
They do. And there are sounds coming from some of those, too. I don't know if you want to investigate that or not, but yeah, he's got cameras. You instruct him for the date and the time, and he'll take a look, and it's like, yeah, you can get another angle on these guys. You can see Laramie exiting this store, the skull thieves coming from pretty much around the side of the convenience store and running up on him and beating the shit out of him. And then after they get their package, they roll off back the direction they came from, down one of the alleys. And yes, they are definitely headed in the direction of the bridge to Santo Domingo.
Okay, so it looks like we know where we're going. Do you know these people?
Huh. No, they don't come in here.
That's a shame. Those masks, they look like they're kind of fun.
I sell better ones. You want one?
You gonna give me one?
Oh, what you gonna do for it? Maybe your pretty friend, and you, huh?
Nah.
But at this point, I pop out the porn and plop it down and say, "What are these worth, by the way?"
Oh, that's on paper. That's collector's item. What do you want for it?
What are you going to offer?
I'll give you 3,000 right now.
Sounds good. I'll take
You
it.
throw one of those masks and
Wait, 5,000.
Yeah, you got to throw in his special present that he wanted.
3,000 and mask.
5,000
Nah,
on a mask.
Club.
You're gonna have to make a little bit of a roll here to get him on your side on that one. You can make a connect roll. If you don't have the connect skill, then you roll at a -1.
Okay. Is that the 2d6 or the 20?
It's a skill check, so it is 2d6
Right.
plus the attribute and the applicable skill. If you don't have the skill, it's -1.
Okay. Which attribute are we using? Charisma?
Charisma.
So it'll just be straight up roll then.
You got a +1 on your charisma, so be 2d6 +1.
I don't have connect, so
Oh yeah, so then it would be straight up roll.
10.
Yeah. You might have to flash him a little boob or something, but yeah, he'll do what you ask.
All right.
I mean, he kind of grudgingly, gets it from behind the register and, sets the cred stick up on the counter for 5,000. Greedily takes the magazine and locks it away.
All right.
Well, I think we should.
Here you go, Mr. Yoshi. You got your toy.
We've got what we came for.
Blue, health, you guys doing anything?
Health is. I mean, she regards all of this. She thinks like a gynecologist. This is all just parts slotting together, to produce an endorphin release, whatever. But watching the sums of money changing hands back and forth here, she's trying to calculate and possibly reevaluating her life choices on just exactly how much a latex cock is worth as a proportion of what she's going to get paid for this job.
Hey, it's not latex. It's rubber. Speaking of which, yes, that device also does have a metal core. And the only reason I know that is because apparently somebody had a silicone butt plug that they thought was completely 100% silicone. They got into an MRI machine and they pretty much had the dildo railgun shot up into their chest and almost died from it. Because it had a metal core inside.
Why would you go in an MRI with a fucking butt plug?
I don't know, but somebody did.
Fetishes aren't rational.
Yeah. Okay, so are we gonna head to the bridge?
I'm just thinking about the dildo railgun now.
Yes, yes. It's a real thing. It happened.
Well, look, our main job is to retrieve the stick. So if we're going to do that, we need to go track down the people who took it, rather than going to the offices.
Well, that's what I'm suggesting. We go and track down these guys over the bridge.
Yep. All right.
Let's go.
I'd say mount up, but in this store, someone might get the wrong idea. So let's go.
Oh, leaving the cheery music. Yeah. You'll roll across the bridge into Santo Domingo, heading down MLK and Brandon.
as we leave the store, I'll just be like, hey, in all the excitement, I got a free dildo.
You'll pass by Mega Building H6. And then you're into Arroyo proper with its colorful little neighborhoods. What are you doing now?
Can I, like, tuck the dildo into my belt so that it's accessible as a weapon, but also visible, like a fashion accessory?
Absolutely.
Excellent. I suggest we drive around until we spot some of these gang people and go and have a chat with them.
A lot of this territory is controlled by the 6th Street gang, so...
Do we know anything about the 6th Street gang?
A lot of them used to be veterans who originally started out as people who were protecting neighborhoods from other gangs. But like anything else, they ended up kind of becoming victims of their own success, and now they're just as bad as all the people who oppress from the outside. They have about 2,300 members, and they're mostly located in Santo Domingo and Haywood. They were mostly veterans of the Fourth Corporate War.
Yeah, they're anti-independence, so they want to rejoin the rest of the new USA.
Yeah. In their eyes, the ends justify the means, and that usually involves robberies, extortion, arms dealing, stealing cars. And this is their main turf, is here in Arroyo.
This is not the Skull Mask gang. This is another gang.
No. No, these guys all wear red 6s or blue 6s on their clothing, and their trademark colors is blue.
Whereas we're looking for the skull takers. So just cruise around slowly, looking for tags on buildings or any signs of anyone who matches what we saw on the video.
Well, it's a little confusing because the 6th Street icon also has a skull on it.
Hmm.
So you may have to do a little bit of rolling to make this happen. Give me notice rolls, everybody who's looking.
Right,
2 die
so
6 plus whatever your notice number is, which I think most of you have 0s, except for pretty Yoshi.
I got 10.
Don't even have a notice.
Right, so you have a -1.
Yeah. D20 or 2d6? Right.
2 die 6.
What's the associated stat? Wisdom or int?
I will give you the better of wisdom or int.
Well, in that case, I got a 5.
Yeah, I got a 5.
I got an 8.
Oh, no, I got 6. I got +2 on it.
What does the 0 by a thing mean?
It means you have no minuses.
Oh, okay. So I get a 0 by notice then.
But you get 2. You still get 2 die 6, so you get your base roll.
And a +2 on intelligence, so
Uh huh.
never mind though. I'm stuck in the back of the van.
You're probably eating some of the sojasil or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a 6. I don't know if
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah, I
Who,
got a
who got
5.
who got the highest roll?
I got 10.
Okay.
I think that was the highest.
Health? Did you try?
Yeah, got a 5 all told.
Okay. Yeah, most of you guys are just probably looking around at the neighborhood, trying to make sure that there's nobody with a gun popping out to shoot at y'all. But Blue happens to notice that there is a tag on a building nearby that looks similar to 6th Street, but it isn't. It's a white skull for one thing.
Racist.
Yes.
All right, there. First time we've seen any tag of theirs, so it's either fresh or it's their regular stomping ground. So I will pull over and get out.
All right, give me just a second. Pulling up a map here real quick. All right. Yeah, it's a small apartment building with balconies. It's about a 15-floor apartment block. Am I muted?
Nope.
No. Blue, is your mode of transport could it actually be confused with like a private hospital stroke morgue ambulance?
It's a bit militarized. It could be mistaken for a corporate meat wagon.
I don't suppose it has an underground parking garage, this apartment block, does it?
Not really, no. It's a street-level parking lot.
Because my first thought was cut the power to the whole building. No cameras, no security devices, no nothing.
These guys are pretty small time. They might just shit themselves and hand it over if we growl at them threateningly.
We might be able to just buy it from them. We've got a few thousand credits.
Well, I will park in such a way as to block off exit from any vehicles.
All right. Now what?
I suggest we head in and ask around.
But based on Health's upbringing and so on and so forth, although this might be a bit more suburban than the kind of tower block gangs she's used to dealing with, if by process of analogy she's going to be looking out for things like lookouts, runners, etc., advanced, warning systems of that kind to see whether we trigger anything.
Nice.
Yeah, my thing is keep into the shadows. I've got the sneak skill and stuff, so I'd prefer to stay, kind of slip out of the van and slip off to the side and watch everybody from, kind of a safe distance, sort of try to blend in and watch from afar.
Well, if you're heading into the building's lobby, there is an elevator that still works. And the interesting thing is, apparently that skull mark has been tagged over the 15th floor button. Like they're almost advertising.
Is there a working stairway?
No.
Can I try and hack this elevator?
Yeah. For what reason?
Habit.
Okay. Make a program check.
And also maybe to spoof it so that it actually goes to the 14th floor, but anybody monitoring the lift services would think it stops at 10 or something random.
In the 15th floor.
I mean, I wish
No,
I could, but this elevator just doesn't have any way for me to connect.
It's not high tech enough again, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was figuring that you probably don't want to get out of the lift doors onto the same floor as the gangster hideout.
Yeah. Let's hit a floor below and make our way up.
Via what means?
Stairs?
There's no there. Yeah, Speedloader already asked about that. There's no stairs.
It's a health and safety nightmare. What are these people
Yes.
thinking?
It's 2077. The elevator works perfectly. That and there are fire escapes outside.
Okay, then we go up to the 14th floor, go out onto the fire escape, and make our way up to the 15th.
So you're going to try to
12th
climb in
floor.
through the fire escapes? Okay. Well, there are 3 fire escapes that lead up to the 15th floor from the 14th floor. Which one are you going to choose? I mean, there's like A, B, or C, basically.
B.
Sure, B. Whatever.
All right. So everybody climbs up the...
Could I go up first and use my sneak skill and see if I can peek in and
Sure.
see?
Be my guest.
Yeah, you get up to the 15th floor, you're about like 150 feet above the pavement. So if anybody falls or gets pushed out of one of the windows, it's going to be messy.
Okay. Well, I'd like to sneak up there and kind of try to peek in the window or whatever, it's up there.
Okay. Please give me a sneak roll.
Okay.
So you have 1 plus your dex, which is 0. So it's 1. It's 2 die 6 plus 1.
10, 11.
Very nice. All right. What you see inside are 4 people pulling apart broken machinery and mechs stacked atop tables and shelves in this dark room. A single door on the right-hand wall is covered in random spray paint, and the strong smell of chemicals from the batteries and machinery stings your eyes and your nose. It's coming from this room.
Okay, I kind of motion down to him and give him the four people signal,
Okay, so
I
can the
mean,
rest of us come up now?
yeah, I mean, Talos, you're our kind of, do you have anything in your arsenal or does anybody have anything? Smoke grenade or I don't know. What do y'all want to do?
Are we going in aggressively, or are we going in asking them nicely?
Are they armed?
Undoubtedly. There are 3 women and 1 man. You can tell that, they're all carrying pistols of some kind.
I mean, this is like a small-time gang. They might be able to be bought.
But they might turn to violence because we might spook them. So I guess we go in ready for trouble, but...
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't go in guns blazing, because we might be able to reason with them.
Are they going to react well to 5 people knocking on their window on a 15?
I was about to say, yeah, it's like if you're coming in through their window, I don't think, I think the friendly.
Well, we could knock.
Oh, I'm sure they'd
We
be
just-
happy to answer the window, right?
Yeah, we just show we present ourselves as the neighborhood watch.
Hi, we're from the Mormons.
Have you ever considered gold as an investment?
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Take it from one who knows these sort of people. They're going to be too stupid and arrogant to think twice. They will draw on us, especially as we're about to break in through the window. Work on that assumption and we won't go too far wrong.
Why are we going through the window and not off the elevator?
Well, we've climbed out now.
Yeah, because it's too obvious.
We can try A or C.
I mean, yeah, there were two other
okay.
fire escapes. You can always come up the other ways. They haven't seen you yet.
You're the sneaky one. Check the other ones.
Yes, you're gonna wait for package to climb all the way back down and then all the way back up.
All right, I go to A. I rolled an 11 plus 1, so that's 12.
Okay. Almost a comedy of errors at this point, but let me see. So going to A, may not even be able to get in that way. You can't even see inside. It's the window's all covered up by something.
Blacked out. Okay. I go back and tell them that one's blacked out.
Maybe we should go back inside and use the elevator.
It is traditional to enter through the elevator rather than the window.
Or maybe we do a pincher.
Yeah, or better yet, just go to the armory, buy a rocket launcher and just blow a hole in the wall. I don't use the door.
I cast fireball.
We're all here now. Let's go in through the fucking window, intimidate them, put some guns in their faces. Yeah, if they start shit, we end it. All right.
Well, I still think we should be nice.
Okay, so you're gonna smash in their windows and enter through that.
Well, I went to C, and I want to check C out real quick, and I rolled a 9 for that one.
Okay, so your group is gonna wait for you to go all the way back down and all the way back up to C.
I can wait at the elevator on 14.
Unfortunately, you find that C doesn't. The fire exit does not have a ladder attached anymore, so you're not able to climb up that way.
Okay.
Right. Window.
All right. It's either blacked out window, or 4 people window, or elevator.
Blacked out window's a gamble.
Yeah, this one we know how many people are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blacked out window could have no one in there.
So,
It's a gamble.
who else is adept at a malenky bit of ultraviolence besides me?
Me, I'm close quarters.
All right.
It was 3 women. We can throw the big black dildo in.
Speedloader is pretty well named because he can shoot. He's got a plus 5 and a heavy pistol, so.
How wide is the window? How many of us could go through at once?
Not very big, so you have to go in like one at a time, unfortunately.
All right. Well, then package is probably the one we want going through first. Then Speedloader, then me, then the rest.
Makes sense to me.
All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right.
I play something and go in.
Your first round is basically surprise as you crash
Throw a
through the
dildo
window.
through the window.
Well, I figure you smash out the window and leap through it. Yeah, there are 4 very startled people who were busy, tearing apart mechs for parts. What do you wish to do?
Could I beat one of them with the dildo?
Well,
Sorry, a minute ago we were all supposed to be trying to reason with them.
No, you.
And we're going in one at a time.
We're going to be aggressive. I'm going
uh,
to do something that doesn't make a shit ton of noise, like shooting them.
well, Package is the first one through the door, so Package gets to decide what she's going to do first.
I'm gonna grab the biggest one of them and try to shove them up against the wall and put my knife to their throat.
Okay. Shall we call it a stab roll? I mean, if you succeed, actually, we'll call use your stab bonus and your
Okay.
charisma and attempt to intimidate.
So +3, that's 20 sided, right?
No, in this case it's 2d6.
Oh. Oh, well, 11 +3.
Yeah,
14.
this guy looks kind of shocked. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
I just kind of go shh.
Well, the other 3 people in here notice and they start yelling out, "Intruders!" and start whipping out heavy pistols and shooting. But it's not their turn. It's still, this is still initiative. So now we all have to roll initiative. So everybody roll a d20.
Dex bonus apply.
Yes.
With an
18.
10.
12.
+0.
All right.
17.
So our high roll is what, 17, 18?
18, I got 16 plus 2, yeah.
Okay, so 18 is health, 17 is package.
Yeah, 17.
Okay. Who is next?
I got 12.
12. Anybody get higher than a 12?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. The next is what, 10?
Yep, I have 10.
Okay.
And I'm on 8.
And let's see, bad guys go on 9. So Pretty Yoshi is on 8. We'll just maintain this initiative for the rest of the entire thing, just to keep it simple. So health, you absolutely get to go first. You see the look in these people's eyes. They're gonna pull weapons and go to town immediately as soon as they get the chance.
How many ways in and out of here, other than the one we just made?
Other than the one you just made, let's see. There is one exit from there's 2 exits from this place. There is a door that is right next to that window, and another door across.
Any sort of small-ish item of furniture?
Metal tables everywhere,
Metal table.
and chairs.
Metal table is ideal. She will grab a metal table to use as a kind of improvised shield and move
Perfect.
across the room to block off the opposite door to stop anybody, or at least impede anybody trying to get out of it.
All right. The tables will count as half cover. So what now?
She can, as part of one of her focuses, she can draw a weapon without penalty, or as not as an action, whatever the exact phraseology is. So she will draw her weapon, but she is not firing yet.
I was about to say you could draw and fire it in the same round because you're that fast.
Yeah, she's not going to be the first one to open fire. Let's just see what I mean, I know what you've said, but let's just see what they actually do.
Okie dokie. So next down the list is package.
Well, I've got assassin. It says on my turn on surprise, I can at point blank range attacks made from surprise with it you cannot miss the target.
Right, and you technically have surprise.
Yeah. So I'd like to try to slit this guy's throat and meanwhile twist him so that he's between me and the gunfire.
You use him like a human shield.
Yep.
Okay. Their armor is lower than AC 15, so you can also get shock damage on them. So immediately roll 1d6 plus 2 for damage and shock.
4.
Okay. That's high enough to blow through his trauma. Roll d8 times 3.
An 8.
Yeah, you gut this guy from his privates all the way to his throat in one very swift move, because your advanced knife is made out of all kinds of carbon composites and everything's, and it's sharper than the devil's tongue. So pretty much you leave the guy a pile of guts on the floor in one motion. Blue.
I draw my Tamayura heavy pistol. Battered and beaten, but heavy and reliable. Level it at one of the guys. Hold my action to shoot if he tries to start anything, and I just yell, "Put it down! No one needs to die except that guy."
Well, that guy was the only man in here. The other 3 are women. Okay, so you're just gonna roll to threaten them, which probably won't work. But speed loader.
Yeah. So I'm hopping into the window like the rest, and I've got the gun drawn, aimed at another one of the girls. Basically doing likewise. If she moves, if she tries anything, to open fire.
Okay, so I'm gonna count you and Blue as holding actions and Health as holding actions for a reaction roll. Okay, it's the bad guy's turn. Well, these 3 women just, basically saw her, get in there, push this guy up against the wall, and then, gut him instantly, and, just leave him all over the floor in almost pieces. They pull heavy pistols and start taking a shot. You guys can get your action in now. We'll start with Talus. Actually, I'm sorry. Health is at the very top. So, Health, you get to take your action first.
Okay, and so this is an attack. So this is a D20, right?
Yep, D20 plus 5.
Plus 5 plus shoot skill.
No, I've got that all figured in your total attack bonus.
Cool. All right, cool. All right, so D20. That is with a plus 5. That'll be a 19.
Excellent. All right, you roll your damage,
which is 1d8.
That's a D6 on a light pistol.
Oh, trauma dice is D8. I'm sorry. Yes, I see. Damage is down there in the separate corner. I gotcha. All right. Damage.
It's a weird place.
Damage is 6.
Ooh, full damage. Roll your trauma dice.
Okay, it's a D8, and that's a 7. 13 all told.
Oh well, the D8 is times 2.
Oh, so 14, 20 all told.
Yeah, you pretty much just cut this woman in half with that light pistol. She literally falls to the ground in 2 pieces. So much for her. There are 2 women remaining. Blue is next.
Bang.
Okay.
I got a 20 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna hit.
But then only rolled 2 damage on the pistol, I think. Let me just find it. Yeah, 1d8 damage, so 2 damage.
2 damage. All right. And these guys are just wearing street leathers, so they don't have any soak. She's injured, but still there. Which leaves a speed loader.
And bang.
Okay. Which one are you shooting? Blue's target or a different one?
Different target. The one I was cued in on.
Okay.
Let's see, 17 plus 5, that'd be the, what, 22?
Yeah.
Three damage.
3 damage. She's still standing, but she doesn't like life right now.
Again, I actually rolled the wrong dice.
Oh.
Yep, 3 damage.
Okay. All right. Their response is to shoot back. Let's see. Talus is still standing, so she shoots back. She got an 11. Pluses. Makes it 12. 12 hits your AC? Your ranged AC? Grim?
My AC. I'm trying to find it. Ranged, yeah, 22.
Wow. Then yeah, she misses by a mile. All right.
Wow. Probably hits me and it deflects, to be honest.
Speed loader, your woman is too rattled. Apparently she shoots a hole in the ceiling. The 3.
Or maybe she's just a fan of the band and like her idol's got a gun aimed at her.
Could be. It's Pretty Yoshi's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go beat one of them with a dildo because I don't want to kill them because you can't ask them questions if they're dead.
Okay, so you're just gonna run up on her and smash her with the dildo? Go ahead.
It'll be D20 plus 1, right? Just my regular attack bonus.
Yeah, you don't have a punch or a stab skill, so it's a -1.
-1. It'll be 14 then.
14 total?
Yeah. Do I have a strength? Oh, I haven't got a strength bonus.
You haven't got a strength. Yeah, you'll hit her. You'll bang her.
Okay. How much damage does a dildo do?
Gosh. Guess we'll have to count it as a club or something, huh?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it's basically a club.
Uno momento. Looking up the weapons real quick. Club does a D4 damage.
There's not a blackjack in the equipment.
No. It's just a D4. Her armor class is low enough that you can apply your shock and your strength to it, so it's a D4 plus 1. But if you roll a 4, you get trauma.
Well, I rolled a 3, so with the plus 1, it's 4.
Well, that doesn't count. So.
Plus, it's more in the way of a big pink shillelagh than a blackjack, really, isn't it?
Yep. She'd already taken damage previously, so she'll drop. And now we're up to the back at the top of the round, so it's Health's turn again.
And we have one injured but alive, is that right?
Uh-huh.
And
one standing.
And still with a weapon in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And is there any I'm standing by the opposite door, so is there any above the din of the gunfire? Is there any, and the thwack of a large sex toy? Is there any indication that anybody's approaching from the other side of the door behind me?
Oh, I'm sure there's people coming, but
I mean, I inferred that from the fact that their reaction seemed to be to call for help or something. So,
well, that and all the loud gunfire is probably going to attract all the others. So, I mean, Blue is firing a big ass pistol. These people are firing big ass pistols. So, I mean, if Package was sneaking in here by herself, she might be able to assassinate everybody in the place, but silently.
But we went a different way with it.
Yes. Package is your sneaky.
Okay. All right. In that case, there's 4 other people up against this one remaining. So I'm going to turn my attention to the door. Is it locked or lockable?
The one you're standing next to?
Yes.
You try the door, and let me see what's behind it. Graffiti completely covers the walls, floor, and ceiling of this filthy room. 2 men are passed out on dirty mattresses, while one man wielding a phase shift sword paces back and forth, muttering to himself. Of course, as soon as the door opens, he charges at you.
Well, no. I didn't say I opened the door. I said I looked to see whether it could be locked or bolted or anything like that.
Well, I figured you had to test the handle, so...
No, I'm just looking for, for a start, does it open inwards or outwards as far as I'm concerned?
It opens inwards.
Cool, so I can wedge it shut with an item of furniture, presumably under the handle, right?
Oh, no, I mean, it opens... From where you're standing, it opens inwards.
Oh, yes, away from me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'd call that outwards, but I get it now, I grok it now. Okay, Fuck. How strong am I? Strength 17. That's not too bad. So if I don't know how handles work. There you go. There's an example of my ignorance of 2077 culture. Is it a sort of a manual handle that I can just stop somebody casually trying to open it by basically pushing up on it if it's a lever handle?
Probably not.
I'm just going to maneuver the table so the table is on end right in front of the door, so it's at least a barrier when they first throw open the door.
Sure, that'll work.
And I will stay on, and I will move so the table is between me and the door.
That's fine.
And then I will wait and see if anybody comes through the door.
Oh, I'm sure they will be. Yep. Okay, Package.
All right, I want to disarm this last person and try to grab her and smash her up against the other door.
Well, you could try to disarm her. That's a whole roll by itself.
Okay. All right.
I've never had anybody try to disarm anybody. That's a whole new thing for me. I don't even know how you cover that yet.
Aim for the elbow with a large enough caliber weapon.
Yeah, there's no elbow after that.
My stab and strength, maybe?
I'm checking the maneuvers.
Oh, okay.
It says make a melee attack, range attack, snap attack, swarm attack, charge, screen, skill, ready or stow an item. I don't see anything immediately on disarming. Although there's dual wielding. That's pretty cool. We'll just say if you make an attack, she'll have to make a roll to hang on to it. Because you're aiming at the weapon, not at her necessarily. So go ahead and make your attack. Which, in your case, should be... Yeah, D20 plus 3.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I got that total attack bonus in... Well, no, that's right.
I rolled a natural 20.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to give her a roll then. So yeah, you managed to use your knife and basically cut her heavy pistol in half. So she no longer has a weapon. I mean, literally, she's like staring at what remains of her heavy pistol, or her Buria heavy pistol. That leaves us blue.
So health is covering one of the doors.
Mhm.
Is there another one?
Yeah, there's another door.
And there's nobody left free to attack us with anything.
Yeah, I mean, the last combatant that was standing has just been more or less disarmed.
Okay. I will move a little bit further into the room and bring my gun to bear on the other door.
Okay.
Ready to shoot anyone who comes through.
Okay, so you're holding action speed loader.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kind of survey the room, see what I can find here, and
Start searching the place.
yeah,
Okay. Well, there's plenty of loot in here. Like I said, there's broken machinery and mechs all over the place that they were stripping for parts. I mean, if you had time to search the place, you could probably pull out quite a bit of loot. But
well,
since you're
can
working
I
on-
can I see if their weapons have compatible ammo? Basically, can I grab an extra magazine?
Yeah, easily. Oh, well, actually, yeah, these guys all have heavy pistols, and so they're compatible with yours.
All
Let me
right,
see how many. Let me see how many mags they're carrying per. I mean, basically, you're just searching one of the gang members.
Yeah.
Wow. So they have knives, heavy pistols, and street leathers, but they have like 8 mags on them apiece. So I'll let you snarf up all 8 mags off of one of them.
That makes 11 mags now.
Yeah. Just keep track of your ammo as you're shooting, so that you can know when to change out mags. Okay, bad guy's turn. Okay. Well, package this chick. Her forearms will suddenly open up as big Manus blades will shoot out, and she'll attempt to attack you with these. Let's see, I got an 8. That's a 9. That's not going to hit you. So she'll slash at you with one of these things, but miss. The door that Health is standing next to is bisected immediately as this gang member literally cuts through it with his mono sword. It also goes straight through the table like it's butter. But that's his whole action. He's framed by the door, which is no longer there, and a broken table. And you can tell he is definitely high on something.
So
Since
do
you
we
just
get to react? Sorry, go.
no, go ahead.
So do we get to react and shoot?
Yeah, you can turn and react to that guy.
No, I botch.
Oh dear.
I don't know how much my action, whether I could actually have held an action. It's up to you.
I'm gonna say no because I mean you checked the
Yeah, that's
door
right.
and then you
Yeah.
through the table.
Yep.
So
Sure.
I mean it's short rounds, so you can't do much.
Sure.
Kind of see who's in the next areas that are adjacent. Who responds the fastest? Interestingly enough, no other opposition comes out of the opposite door. So that leaves you with these guys still. So you got a whole group of guys coming out of the side door, and you still got this one person in here who's got her mantis blades. So it's down to Pretty Yoshi. What are you doing?
So the person that I knocked out with the dildo,
Mhm.
I'm going to take them outside to get some fresh air, so that when they wake up, they're going to be looking straight down at the street below. While I'm doing that, can I take their gun and ammo?
Yep.
So it's a heavy pistol and 8 mags.
And a knife.
I don't need a knife.
Okay. So you're basically picking her up and like dangling her out the fire escape.
Yeah, just so that she's a bit more compliant when she wakes up.
Your character's not all that strong. Please roll me a strength check.
Okay, I'm not like trying to dangle her out of it, just holding her head over, looking down the street, so that she can see like that where she's going if she doesn't do as she's told.
I thought you were trying to do the Arnold thing.
No, I'm not trying to hang her by a leg or whatever. Like,
all right. She's unconscious still, so, and probably will be until she gets medical treatment. Speaking of which, health.
Yes. Is there such a thing as a mechanic for suppressing fire?
There actually is.
Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be literally. I will be crouched down. So even though the top third of the table is now missing, I will still be trying to hide as much of it as possible behind it, and sort of literally just holding my hand above the edge of the table and squeezing off rounds directly into the doorway.
Oh, okay. Well, you do realize that this combatant has a sword.
Yeah, but an arm is harder to hit than a torso.
Well, I mean, you did just see the sword go right through the door and the table simultaneously in one stroke. I'm just warning you. But you're basically.
He's still got to get over the table, or well, he could just chop through it, I suppose. But actually, I'm not thinking about that at all as in terms of that. So no, I'm literally just bang, 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 bang over the top of the table, trying to suppress him.
Okay, take a shot.
Penalty for not being able to see what I'm shooting at. Take away the basic attack bonus, or something. I don't know.
I have a whole set of rules for. Well, you got like a light pistol, really, so you can't really suppressing fire with that thing.
No, I wouldn't imagine so, but
they have actual weapons that can do that, like light machine guns and stuff, and they have the whole suppressing fire rules built into that. So you can't really suppressing fire with something that tiny.
No, that's fine.
So you just have to dead shoot him or not.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so it was a 13 on the dice, and depending on whatever penalty you want to award, if I was firing with my full bonuses, it would be an 18.
No, you're behind cover, so you're fine. 13 is right on the dot.
So D6 damage.
Yes.
That's a 2.
2. Okay. Yep. Now he's still there. Okay, next down the list is Package, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to stab her back. I mean,
Okay. I would too. I would too.
I'm trying
Okay.
to since I did it. Let's see, +3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 14.
14 hits.
Okay. D6 for damage.
Plus your strength, which is another +2.
So 4.
And also, I believe she has less than an AC of 15, so you also deal 1 more damage in shock.
D8,
So-
right?
So it'll be a D6 +2 +2.
Okay, so I rolled a 2 on the D6 for damage.
So it's a total of 6.
Yep.
Yeah, you pretty much carve her up like a Thanksgiving turkey. She'd already been hit, so she dies pretty quick. We're down to blue.
Shoot the guy in the doorway again.
All right, the guy with the katana. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. It's 20 in total.
Oh God, yeah.
But only 2 damage.
He's still standing. He's been hit a couple of times. The drugs are obviously keeping him going. Speed loader. Right now, the guy with the sword is the immediate threat.
Bang bang.
Okay.
Turn open fire on him. So 9.
That's your total?
I rolled a 4.
Oh. Yeah, your shot will hit the wall next to him. Tough luck. All right. Health. You have a gang member swinging a advanced sword on you, which does lots of damage. If it hits. I got a natural 14 with his pluses. It's a +1, so it becomes a 15. Which
assuming I was kind of ducked behind the table, but the table is partially missing. You initially ruled the table was half cover. I don't know whether there are rules for quarter cover.
there's no cover versus melee. It's only for against ranged.
Fair enough.
And your melee armor class is 13, so yes, he will hit you. Let me get the damage. Oh, you got lucky. All right, his advanced sword is pretty powerful. It does 4 plus an extra 3 from shock. So that's 7 damage. However, your armor will soak 3 of it. So you will take 4 damage from this. So I believe that brings you down to 10 hit points.
It does.
So, yep. You guys' medic just took a hit. Yoshi, what you doing?
Is it just the one guy left?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I'd better shoot at him. 17.
Oh, yeah. It's all day.
Okay. D8 damage. 5 points of damage. Do I get trauma die with that?
Maybe so. Let me see. His AC is 13, and no, you only get trauma dice if you max damage when you roll.
Okay, so I would need to roll 8 on the D8 to get the trauma dice.
Are you using the heavy pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd need to get an 8 on the dice to get your trauma dice.
Okay. In that case, he takes 5 points of damage.
Yeah, he'll go down from that. All right.
Any more on the way?
Currently, no. The room is clear. Nobody else seems to be coming right now.
Okay.
Keep in mind, you do have two unconscious, like as in like stoned out of their freaking minds, gang members laying on the scaggy mattress in the other room, and you have one gang member who's unconscious and more or less being dangled out the fire escape. But everybody else in here is dead.
Is the guy with the katana actually dead? Dead, in my professional opinion?
Well, he's at 0 hit points, and bad guys die at 0, so.
Alright, so it's not worth trying to apply a trauma patch to him then.
Nope.
So what you're saying is the one dangling out the window is the perfect one to question.
Actually, probably the two guys who are unconscious on the mattresses are, but because the woman being dangled out the window, you'd have to patch her up.
Do you not
I mean,
recover from being unconscious
she's kinda-
after the time?
She's kind of hanging on for dear life. She's
Yeah,
desperate to say whatever we want her to hear, or
Well,
whatever we want to hear to keep
she's-
her alive.
she's literally desperately hanging on to life, as in, like, if you don't patch her now, she will die.
You can't just knock someone out in this system.
You can just knock someone out. It incurs
Yeah.
penalties. You weren't
I-
actually knocking them out, though. You were clubbing them.
I mean, that was my intention, was to knock them out. That's
Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
clubbing
Wait a minute.
them down.
Wait. Okay, hang on, Simon. Okay. The weapon's damage is always non-lethal unless desired otherwise. So, okay, never mind. You're good. She's just knocked unconscious. She's not dead or dying.
I mean, if we've got 2 other people, I could just throw her over the fire escape.
It's up to you. You got 2 other people.
Uh,
So what does everybody want to do?
Search this place, make sure there's nobody else here, and that we can control the entrance and exit.
All right.
Clear the other rooms and drag those unconscious people through to this room.
Okay. In the other room, yeah, you have 2 men passed out on dirty mattresses. They're unconscious and high as hell. They weren't woken up by the sounds of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll pull the one dangling,
Okay.
and from a patch.
All right. She'll recover. In the meantime, if you're checking the room, let's see, between all the dead people, let me see how many. See how much you can recover from all these. Sorry, real quickly doing a little bit of math. Okay.
Pretty Yoshi, is there anywhere you could hack in here and turn the lights off so I could sneak out of this room and maybe, do some reconnaissance?
I mean, I can certainly try.
I mean, you've been successful with elevators, so
Okay. So this is what you guys get. 9,400 euro or eddies between everybody. So somebody wants to write this down. Like what?
I cannot hack the lights.
It's gonna be you're gonna find out the very last action of the entire campaign is you finally getting to hack something.
Yeah.
I'll keep track of the loot. So 9,400
Okay.
eddies. Yeah.
There are 100 rounds of light pistol ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
This guy had an advanced sword, which that's a pretty weighty piece of equipment, damage wise. I mean, advanced swords do a D10 damage. I'll give you the full stats. Package may want this, so I'll post up the stats in the private chat. And like I said, each gang member was carrying a heavy pistol and a knife and wearing street leathers. They also do have assorted cybernetics on them. I don't know if you really want to take the time to...
Yeah, I don't think we've got the time to unscrew all their bits.
Yeah.
So how much heavy pistol ammo, then?
God. Well, let's see. Somebody's already claimed 8 mags. Actually, 2 people have already claimed heavy pistols and 8 mags, haven't they? So there's... The guys in here all had heavy pistols, so that's 4 heavy pistols and 4 times 8, 32 mags, which I think Castor already claimed 8 of them.
Minus the pistol that got cut in half.
Yeah, minus the pistol that got cut in half.
Yeah. I mean, I can always pass a couple mags around.
And 4 knives.
And mags are for the person that I hit
Okay,
with
so less 16 mags now.
Okay.
I mean, I can share them around. It's just making sure we record the right amounts.
Package isn't really a pistol user.
No, if anything, I'd take the sword.
Okay. Well, let's assume you take the sword then, and we can sell the pistols or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to mind you taking the sword. Especially after they saw you just, gut those dudes. All right. We are 2 hours and 22 minutes in. We just ended our first big combat. There's still a little bit more to go through for the rest of this apartment and the finale. So does anybody need a break at this moment?
I could do with 5 minutes.
I was to say, my character is a young Asian woman. I, however, am a 52-year-old white man. So, yeah, 5 minutes would be good.
All right. So does everybody want 5 minutes or do you want 10?
Better make it 10.
All right, let's make it 10. So we will reconvene here at 3:41 by my watch, which is 10 minutes. So
Righto.
So everybody, I'll put you in the back. We all back?
I am.
Yep.
Oh man, I got me some lovely, lovely catfish. He's like, yeah, look at that. Oof. It's one thing you guys miss over there in England, huh? Is catfish.
No, we don't miss it at all.
What are you talking about? You have never had a good cornbread catfish?
It's
I'm from
Isn't
Tennessee. I lived right across the border to Memphis, from Mississippi. Trust me, I miss it.
Do you miss Scotch eggs and chip butties?
Boy, I would.
make Scotch eggs all the time, actually. When I was chef by trade, so 25 years. So, I mean, we used to have this one fine dining restaurant, and we did Scotch eggs with with quail eggs, and then
Nice.
sausage, and then we did a bourbon whiskey, like a bourbon sauce with them. They were delicious.
That sounds
I bet you didn't have crisp sandwiches.
Nobody has crisp sandwiches.
I was just in London a few months ago, opening a restaurant. So
That must be awesome. All right. Well, when we left our intrepid adventurers, you had just cleared the room full of hostiles and taken a couple of prisoners who were basically still unconscious and out of their minds on drugs.
So the one who got dildoed into unconsciousness.
Well, there's that one too. Yeah.
Can I give her a few slaps to wake her up?
I figure health can probably administer some kind of a stimulant to get her back on her feet, as long as you don't botch the roll.
Yeah, there's a strange ambiguity in the rules here. So healer skill level 2.
Mhm.
The exact wording is: using only basic medical supplies, you can heal 1d6 plus heal skill points of damage to every injured or wounded person in your group with 10 minutes of first aid spread among them.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean, I don't quite understand whether that means that it's 1d6 plus heal skill points per individual person or split amongst the entire group?
Since it's a 10-minute thing, I think it's split.
Okay, well, I don't believe anybody else was injured other than me.
No, you're it.
So I think I'll probably, if it's going to be a single thing, I'll split 1d6 plus 2 heal skill points between me and her.
That's fine. Don't forget you also get some system strain from it.
Such healing adds no system strain,
Oh, awesome.
but can be applied to a given target only once per day. So that seems fine, doesn't it? It means I can't heal myself using the same tactic per day. So D6 plus skill points is 4 on the dice plus 2 is 6 points in total. So I will use 4 of those to get myself back up to 14, and I'll use the other 2 to try and bring the other one around to a state of being useful.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, she'll come around after you patch her up. She is immediately hostile. I figure somebody's probably having to hold her down or keep a gun trained on her.
Currently looking over the balcony at the street as she comes around. That was how she was being.
Man, what is this? What the fuck are y'all doing?
So you're the only one left alive. You might want to be nice to us.
Well, that depends on what you're gonna do.
I just intrude the little bit of fluff stroke mechanical detail that the way that I'm choosing to bring her round is with a syringe which injects the stimulants directly behind the eyeball. So I am literally, and by the way, this also, because this is part of my kind of cybernetics, it's actually the needle just emerges from my fingertip.
Very cool. You actually have the tool hand.
Yep. So you might want to rethink your tone, young lady, hovering the needle, almost scratching her cornea.
Okay, sure. Just want to make sure it's on record. I'm standing guard, watching the doors, occasionally looking out the window while these guys do the interrogation. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to use my assassin skill and hide my advanced knife on my body, so just in case I got captured, they can't find it.
Nice. I won't even
And
ask.
I will keep the sword, at the ready, and I'll guard the door too.
Okay. So we have 2 door guards. I don't think Ironcaster's back yet.
No, I'm
he
back.
is.
I just got back.
Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna take good stuff.
Technically, I think Speedloader is your face guy. He's probably the best one who's for interrogating.
Mike, well, we were kind enough to bring you to pull you off the side of the building there, and not let you fall down to a really unfortunate ending there. So why don't you go ahead and help us along? Otherwise, we're gonna have to put you right back where we found you.
I'm listening.
Yeah, we're looking for a flash drive. Something that your boys took off of some dork last night.
Yeah. What about it?
Where's it at?
Don't got it.
Don't got it.
No.
What a shame. Like, it sounds like your use to us might be up. So we might just have to put you back here. Blue, what do you say we you lend me a hand here? Unless, of course, you got something else for me.
At this point, I'm going to start sort of pushing her over the sort of ledge a little bit to really emphasize that she's going to be falling down to street level.
You're gonna need to make some connect rolls.
Okay, is that D20 or 2D6?
2d6. That's to try to intimidate her.
Well, I rolled a 12, so 2 6s.
Mhm.
Why is it the hacker gets like great rolls for fighting stuff, but can't hack to save their life?
Because
Because you apparently live in an analog world.
that's how peanuts work. Okay. Well, she got a 3 to resist, so she's like, okay, look, hey, I get it, okay? You want the chip back, okay? We don't got it.
So who has?
Man, Jerry got it.
Who's
We got
Jerry?
it for. We clept it for Jerry. Jerry's a friend. Jerry's a friend.
You're going to take us to Jerry, aren't you?
No, I'm not gonna take you. Tell you where he lives.
I'm going to start pushing her over the balcony again.
Hey, I'm not your guide dog, okay?
Well, no, because I don't want guiding down to the street down there.
I told you I'd tell you where he lives, okay?
Yeah, I don't trust you.
I'm the driver and I hate asking for directions.
Oh, but you trust me in your vehicle to take you there, huh? How stupid do you look?
What are you going to do with a gun to your head?
Look, man, I'm not going with you. So that's that. I don't care. Throw me off. I don't care. I'll give you directions, but that's it.
Okay, give us the directions then.
She will give you directions to... let's see. Some little apartment complex on Pershing Street over in Watson. Clear across town.
We've heard the
Okay.
name Jerry earlier. In what context was
Yeah.
that?
The people in the skull masks said something like Jerry, Gary, or Mary, or something. So I guess it's Jerry.
Sent them. Right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to do as she asked and throw her over the edge.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the end of her.
And just wave as she falls towards the ground.
Yeah, that's 15d6 worth of damage. So yeah, she won't survive it.
All she had to do was come with us.
She didn't wanna.
No, she wanted to be thrown over the edge, so I obliged.
She got what she wanted, I suppose.
Well, you gonna continue checking out the rest of this place, or?
Well, we've got two more people. Let's drag one of them over to the balcony and show them what happened to their friend and see if they're a bit more willing to help.
They're high as bulls, though.
Yeah, these guys are both higher than shit.
How much would it sober them up to be looking straight down at some bloody mess on the street?
I don't know. Being dangled off of a building doesn't necessarily make you not high. Just makes you...
If they can at least give us some information, because, I mean, they're high as shit, so probably weren't paying attention to what was going on around them. So we can see if their story corroborates the other person's.
You just want to throw people off the roof, dude. Just admit it.
Well, kind of.
Look, you throw enough of them over the ledge, and you'll just be able to have a nice cushy landing when you jump out yourself.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right. Well, I'm gonna exercise my gosh, what was it? Who was it who said that? Not Dashiell Hammett.
GM Lee, right?
No,
Prima Nocta?
definitely not that.
Prerogative?
Raymond Chandler. Yeah, I'm gonna exercise my Raymond Chandler. When in doubt, have a man come through the door with a gun in his hand. Since you guys are wasting time like this. So yeah, door will pop open and see some more gang guys. Hey guys, we brought in some chicken. You guys want any?
Bang.
We go straight
Leave
to
the goon,
fire.
take the chicken.
More people to throw over the balcony.
We're just farming them. They've got
All right.
enough magazines.
You guys have surprise. Blue, I'm going to give you first shot since you were on guard. And
Okay.
actually, I think Package was actually higher in the initiative. So Package, you get to go first.
Well, I like chicken, so I mean, I'll just take
Stand
him
and
out.
deliver.
Yeah, I'll just try to take him out.
All right,
We lose more delivery boys that way.
roll to attack.
All right. 13 plus 3, so 16.
Oh yeah, you'll hit him.
Oof. I rolled a 10 on damage.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's a D10 plus 3 plus 2. So that's what, like 10, 3, so that's 15 damage. And then roll a d8 times 3 for trauma.
7 times 3, 21.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. You literally cut this guy from the crown of his head all the way through the bottom of his boots, and he falls in 2 equal pieces. And dies instantly. The guy behind him, Grim, I guess you're shooting him?
Yep, if there's one behind him.
There's one behind him.
Okay, I got 16 to hit
Okay.
and 3 damage.
Yeah, his armor will soak it, but he doesn't look happy.
Does he at least have some, like, mashed potatoes to go with the chicken?
He's got some gun to go with that chicken. We'll go down initiative. Health, what are you doing?
So I was I was probably still looking out of the window at this plummeting sort of corpse. So she's going to turn back to it. She hasn't got a gun ready, but she can draw one as a free action.
Okay.
In her instant summation, are they armed? They're not armed, are they?
No, they're armed.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah. Well, she will draw, and whichever one is in her most immediate field of fire, shoot at.
Okay, that'd be the one that Grim just shot at, so...
All right. So that is an 11 all told. 6 on the dice plus 5.
Yep, your shot pings into a wall. Package, it's your turn. This is not a surprise round.
Okay. So he's down the hallway?
He's just like literally right behind the other guy.
Oh, okay. All right. I have nothing needed to charge down or anything. 16 plus 3, 19.
Ugh, yeah, that's a hit. You get a d10 plus 3 plus 3, or plus 2.
So 5 plus 5, so 10.
Ow. Yeah, he'll drop immediately dead. You can hear movement in the rest of the building. What is everybody doing?
Guys, we might want to get out of here.
Yeah, I suggest we Snagglepuss.
Speedloader's gonna make sure to grab the chicken as we make our way back for the escape ladder.
Yep.
I believe it was me in initiative. I was going for the chicken.
Actually, it was Blue's turn after package.
Oh, right.
I will cover the doorways while everyone else hopefully escapes or
All right.
gets the chicken.
And then Speedloader grabs the chicken. You hear bad guys moving through the building. And then it's Yoshi's turn.
We still have the 2 unconscious drug addicts on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Can I pop a cap in both of them as we leave?
You can shoot one at a time. I'll give you an execution roll on each one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally just going to point blank blow their brains out.
Nice guy.
What would you like me to roll?
If it's an execution, I don't think you even have to roll. But, double check.
You get in a terrible mood when you can't hack anything.
I guess so, yeah. Golly, Yoshi, you're so bitchy when you can't hack shit. Okay. Oh, look, there's the less lethal attacks, and yeah, execution.
Well, I wanted to go in being nice, but since we're going in and killing everyone, I just want to fit in. I'm a fucking nerd.
Okay.
I'm watching you.
Beautiful, but I look beautiful because I spent loads of money on surgery to make myself look beautiful.
Uh-huh.
So that people would like me.
Okay, well, you need to make a dex shoot skill against a difficulty of 6 for a point blank shot.
Okay. Let's see how badly I fuck it up. Oh no, I rolled a 14. So.
Okay, and the victim has to make a physical save at a penalty equal to your combat skill level. So that would be 3. So he gets... Wow. He actually made his save. You shot him in the head, but he survived. Later on, he'll come back at you like the courier and fall out.
Well, with gangers, the brain isn't a vital organ, so.
But you think he's dead. It'll take you another action to execute the other guy. So in the meantime, Health, what are you doing?
Sorry, what was ours? What is our presumed escape route? Down the fire escape to try and get underneath them, presuming that they're coming up in the lift. Is that right?
I guess. I mean, it was to use the fire escape and head back down.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, since presumably they are either A, in the lift, or B, waiting at the bottom of it anyway.
Yep. So basically, you'll spend the entire time getting down the fire escape because it's 15 fucking floors.
Yep.
Package.
I'm just gonna go out the fire lift too, but I'm just gonna go down to like the, 14th, back to the 14th, and
Okay.
go lift, yeah.
Okay. Blue.
Down the fire escape, but after everyone else, covering them as best I can.
Okay. Speed loader.
Yeah, going down the escape ladder. Piece of chicken in mouth.
Yeah, you can hear the ding of an elevator. Yoshi?
Can I execute the guy and go out the window?
Yeah, you can shoot the other guy. Go ahead and roll your shoot.
No, I rolled a 3, so my shoot was plus 1 to shoot?
Apparently the guy had a gold tooth and it deflected your tiny ass little bullet.
This is with a heavy pistol as well.
Oh, the heavy pistol? Yeah, you're not used to the recoil on it. You pulled the trigger and you blew out the floor next to his head. Apparently it was karma that these two guys survived today. Somehow.
Well,
Unless you wish to spend additional time trying to kill them.
no, if he's meant to live, he's meant to live. I'm going to go out the window.
Well, that'll be on your next turn.
That's why, can I shoot him and go out the window?
Not really, no.
But then I wouldn't have shot him. I did say before I shot him.
You did ask if you could do both.
Okay. No, execution pretty much means like you're standing over them and pulling the trigger. But
In that case, I would have gone out the window.
all right.
I did ask and you said yes. But...
Oh, sorry, that's my bad. All right. So everybody's pretty much escaped from this situation. Back out on the streets. Figure you're making it back to the ambunaut.
Yes. Back to the ambulance.
So what now?
I'm gonna throw out some of the take a handful of food or two and just kind of toss it out like it's just trying to clear a seat off for myself.
You're throwing out some of Blue's food?
Yeah, I mean, so look at this. Clearly, some of these this food is expired.
Blue, he's throwing your food out the door.
Dude, not cool.
This expiration date is 68.
Yeah, and
I'm thinking maybe
we
can
anymore.
throw that out.
They don't make that anymore, and more importantly, my immune system can cope easily. So you don't have to eat it, but I want to eat it, alright?
Besides, goddammit, that was the Szechuan chicken. You know how good that stuff was and they stopped making it?
Yeah.
Szechuan sauce.
Just leave my shit
Fine.
alone. Squeeze into the corner, right? And let's go and see this Jerry guy.
Yeah, and Billy's still got like a box full of chicken.
Did we have to walk through the red smear that I created to get to the van?
Only if you wish to.
You're not a toddler, you don't have to splash in puddles.
Their fingers do not crunch like leaves when you step on them.
Ew. Yeah.
In fact, give me that fucking chicken. You don't deserve chicken. Food.
Blue eats your chicken.
With gusto.
Hey,
I am
got
the one who
five
is
after
scripted.
that chicken.
So presumably everybody eats chicken on their way to go and mug Jerry.
It's full of protein. It's good for healing wounds.
Yeah, there you go.
But celebrating the murders we just committed.
You know, if they'd had the chicken when we arrived, maybe they would have survived because they'd have had wings.
True. Or Red Bull.
Yes.
Can you fly, Clarence?
I mean, if
So-
we'd gone in like being nice, they might have lived. Maybe.
Well, you know, if they'd had the good sense to surrender, considering we obviously outgunned them, you know.
I tried
Maybe-
shocking off.
Yeah. Maybe Jerry will surrender peacefully.
Should we offer
Something.
him chicken?
Is there any left?
I don't know, 6 people eating it? Or 5 people?
Did we save him
Yeah.
a nugget?
Maybe there's some sides left.
Yeah. Everybody knows it's actually, scop that's been flavored to taste like chicken, including with the crust and the sauce and everything.
It's squab.
Yeah, it'll do.
Apparently, the McDonald's chicken nuggets, at least in America, barely contain any meat.
I don't know. I have a
In
I have a British-
2024.
I have a British friend who just consumes chicken nuggets every single night, seems like.
So bland. But some people are really into them.
I just don't see the appeal, but they're okay, but it's not something I crave on a nightly basis. Yeah, well, unless anybody does anything crazy or along the way, I mean, there shouldn't be any problem getting all the way to Watson.
All right. Roll up on Jerry's apartment.
Yep. Jerry's got a apartment that's on Pershing Street, kind of close to where Cassius Ryder's clinic is, and not so far from the Totentons. But it's kind of an unassuming little green building. You step in and I guess take the elevator to his floor.
How
Try to hack
tall?
the elevator.
Go for it.
You're gonna try to
Just
hack
to
the
say,
elevator.
How tall
Try
is this
the
building?
operative word.
It's only about a 6-story building.
Okay. So.
Jerry only lives on the 3rd floor.
I got a natural one. Does the elevator even still work?
Jesus. So after Yoshi destroys the elevator, you guys take the stairs all the way up to Jerry's apartment.
Go on. It'll do you good. Cardio.
This is either really impressive or really down run if he has stairs.
No, not all apartments have stairs, but some do. This one does. Yeah, so clambering up the 3rd floor. Yeah. Pass by the damn, what the hell was it? The Nicola machine. You know, hearing it, yell at you, "Taste the love." Yeah.
I'll stop and get a Nicola.
Okay.
Nicola.
No.
Yeah.
Different
Taste the
brand. Taste the love. Don't you play Cyberpunk, you know. Yeah, you'll stop outside of apartment 304, which is supposed to be Jerry's apartment.
Again, a question that arises from my entire ignorance of the lore and the setting. I presume that privacy is kind of more or less a thing of the past, and so everybody spoofs their actual identities, its sources of income, etc., etc. So even though technically everything's out in the open, most of it's bollocks. Is that how it works?
Kinda, sorta. Depends on the person. Some people are just normies who, just follow the rules, and other people are special and, conceal their identities on cameras and things.
I'm going to go ahead and make the wild, intuitive leap that the man who pays a street gang to rob somebody of a data stick is not going to fall into that latter group. So anything we find out, or could find out about him remotely, is likely to be untrustworthy.
Okay, so what do you plan to do?
I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to ask Yoshi to use his computer skills to find out.
Or what am I connecting to?
I don't know, some kind of Ethernet device. I don't.
Well, okay.
If we're outside his door, can I connect to anything wirelessly inside?
I mean, you could hack the door to override his lock.
I was thinking if I could access his computer, assuming he has one.
Not from out here. See, that's the thing with Cyberpunk is because of the Rabbids virus and everything that went around, the net as we know it doesn't exist. So most buildings are hardwired at the core. So if you want to...
you can, according to the rules, there is wireless stuff, but I don't know what the range on it would be.
Right. So most stuff is site-to-site hacking. Otherwise, yeah, you'd be just sitting back in your little comfortable, chair and doing everything.
Yeah.
Also, advanced sword to doorknob hacking.
There is that, yes. Yeah, you could just knock.
Let's just knock and see if he's home and
but
have a chat. Maybe he'll pay us more.
But my point is, who is home? What's his public? Who is this guy? We don't know anything about him.
So we introduce ourselves and ask.
Okay.
Let's at least
give me
try
the
the
next
nicest
way, and I
route.
can knock on the door and tell him I'm his new neighbor and want to hang out.
I brought chicken, but I ate it.
All that's left is me and Stoy.
As if I say,
fingers.
it's like,
Got some 9 years out of date crisps.
package could, go topless and, knock on the door and it's like, can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Okay, so I'm just gonna take the dildo and bang it on the door because that'll make it louder.
Who is it?
Who is it? It's your friends.
Who's my friend? I didn't order any chicken.
No, we brought crisps, chips. We're here to play. What's the game? Lasers and something.
No. We're Pinkertons. We're here on behalf of Rotsy.
You guys better go away. I've got a gun.
So have we, but we just want to be friends.
You guys don't sound like friends.
Listen, we could open the door ourselves, but we just want to talk.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, you can't. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You open the door and we talk, or we open the door and you talk.
We have a girl.
Yeah, the door opens. This is a 6-foot, blonde, very, very big-toothed man with glasses. Hi, I'm Jerry Busey.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, Jerry. I'm pretty.
Yeah, you are, actually. What can I do for you?
So we're gonna come in. That's okay, right? Say yes.
Why would I let you in?
Because we're coming in anyway. You want to let us in and be nice to us, we'll be nice to you.
He is holding a pistol, but it looks kind of like an airsoft gun.
I just slapped the door with the sword. Why don't you let me in?
Okay, why don't you come in?
I'm gonna brandish the dildo menacingly.
Yeah, you walk in, the place is like pretty much like a shrine to everything, Labyrinth and Lightbringers. It kind of reminds you of the other guy's apartment, but it's a little bit more filthy somehow.
So we know that you have the data stick for the game.
Yeah.
We need that.
I can't give it to you.
You telling me you haven't taken a copy of it?
That's not the important part. See, this is the only copy they got.
Well,
I can't let them have it back.
Why?
Well, come on in and shut the door. You guys want a Fago or something?
Yeah, sure.
Do
Yeah,
we
why
look
not?
like juggalos?
I don't know. Are you?
Yes.
No.
Well, help yourself. Just get in the fridge. Just don't take the jalapeno poppers, okay? It's my favorite.
Do you have Funyuns, Fago?
Yeah, of course I got Funyuns. Go on. Okay. I figured you guys would find me, so I guess you're here from Rotsy?
In a manner of speaking,
Sure.
Okay. I take it you guys are like hired commando types on a mission to get the stick back?
Yeah, think of us like an adventuring party.
Okay.
And you're the big bad guy.
I'm not a big bad guy. Rotsy's the big bad guy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Look, this is the 100th anniversary of the Labyrinth and Lightbringers game, right? This game was made 100 years ago by a couple of really cool guys. Well, guess what? These people, they totally erased everything about these two guys. They took them out of the book completely. They stole everything from those guys' families, and they're just using all this to get money, and they don't really care about their fans. All they see everybody has is disposable income. So my plan is to take this copy and redistribute it worldwide so everyone can have it for free.
How are you going to distribute it worldwide when there's no net anymore?
Well, see, I'm arranging for some services, and I got a friend who can maybe go through the black wall. And, yeah, but I got my ways.
Well, how
Seems-
about this? How about this? You take a copy of it. You can do that. We take the original and get paid for it.
No, it's no good. See, no, look, see, if you take the original, then they'll have it,
and they'll just release it, and there'll still people be out there who will buy it because they're stupid and they don't know any better. See, you got two levels of fans out there. You got the normies, and they don't know anything, and they'll just buy all the crap that Rotzi puts out. And then you got people like me, the real fans, the OGs, and we're the guys who really want to keep the game pure for everyone and just make it all about having fun and not being about corporatized monopolies and microtransactions and VTRs and stuff like that.
But if it's
okay,
go ahead.
there's a severe flaw in your plan in that you put this out to everyone for free, then they're going to be able to get it for free, back off you, and sell it when you do that anyway. And then they just have to tell everyone these other copies are covered in viruses or whatever. People still buy it from them. So what's the point? How do we even know you've still got it?
It's right over here. It still got it.
He'll pull the chip out.
I play it all the time.
I mean, yeah, he'll hold up the chip. I mean, it's got the Rotzi label on it and everything.
Yeah, can we see what's on it though?
Sure. It's the whole game.
You want to have a game?
You can shard it. You can slot the shard if you want.
We've got no time limit on this mission. Why don't we all have a game of it?
You do actually have a time limit on this mission. They want this back very fast because it has to be. They have a release date for this 100th anniversary edition.
I know, but I'm trying to fuck it because I'm a fucking nerd.
Oh.
All right, well, you know this shit better than the rest of us. Why don't you slot it and check whether it's genuine?
Yeah.
So you're going to slot it?
Why don't we do the opposite of your plan? Why don't we let him keep a copy and we put a virus on this copy and then give it to them and get paid, and then when they release it, we can just say, oh, he must have put a virus on it.
You really want the guy who can't even hack an elevator to try to put a virus on a company corporate piece of software that goes all the way back to Kang Tao?
This is moment. This is when he rolls the 20.
He's due a win. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. D20 plus 2.
This is his moment.
No, it's not. I got 4.
Yeah, we'll just blame one of the people we stole it from.
Yeah. It was that person who's now a smear on the pavement.
Health, what are you doing about all this?
She is watching all of this with a very jaundiced eye, absolutely convinced. No, she's not convinced. She knows, as a matter of epistemological distinction, she knows this dweeb is living in the wrong century. And so she's just waiting until everybody else arrives at that conclusion and realizes that we have to just take this fucking thing and give it back to the people who own it. And us, by the way. And us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give it back to him. Now that I've got it.
All right. So
I'm assuming I'm holding it to try and infect it somehow. So
well, you've got it slotted, so
yeah.
You could check it. It's like it's literally like a special 100th anniversary. Totally VTT VR compatible, net synced everything. I mean, it's kind of like where you can play it on LANs and everything with your friends.
Do I have any cyberware that would let me read it really quickly?
Not quickly, but
yeah, no.
You could always copy it to another shard.
Well, no, I think we need to return the original.
Yeah, we're going to keep the original. You can
Okay.
have a copy of it.
But the copy's not going to be any good.
You can read it, can't you?
This isn't negotiable.
So you guys are gonna side with the corporate scumbags? I thought you guys were cool.
Oh my god, I don't care.
They're paying us. You realize, right? I like the things you like, but I look like this. I look like this because I side with the corporate scumbags.
Man, I thought mercenaries and stuff and edge runners were all badass and stuff. I'm gonna throw all my cyberpunk books out. You guys are fucking losers.
Yeah, go on, play your Shadowrun.
I mean, he really looks dejected and crushed.
Welcome to Night
Well,
City.
Think about it this way: you got a free copy of the game.
Which everybody else will always have too, because they'll have to be able to pay for it.
Do you have 900,000 credits? Euros, whatever the currency is?
No.
It was 90,000 we were offered.
Yeah, but I'm asking for 10 times that much.
Okay, fair enough.
No, he doesn't have that. This guy doesn't have anywhere near that.
How much money do you have and how much can you get? I mean,
Why?
we're mercenaries, we can be bought.
I don't have enough to buy you guys. What do I look like? Some corpo? Man, you guys aren't chooms at all.
I mean, you want to put the original out. Maybe you could sell the original. We could cut some kind of deal.
No, that's the whole point. You don't want to sell it. You want to redistribute it for free. You want to kick the man in the balls.
Yeah, but we got bills to pay.
Well,
Yeah, unless you can kick our bills in the balls, like, we gotta get going.
well, hey, aren't you Billy Reeve?
The one and same.
He'll hold up one of your discs.
I got one of your albums.
Oh yeah. Which one was that one? Was that the Christmas Skullfuck?
Yeah, that's the one. Good album.
Yeah. Yeah, that no one ever talks about that one.
I got an idea. Can you got fans, right?
A few.
Okay. Maybe we could make copies of this and give it to all your fans. And they could, like, make copies and give it to other people. And you guys could be real slow about getting this to everyone. So maybe if we couldn't redistribute it to everyone, then at least some people could get it.
We
Free?
still got to give this back to our employer to get paid.
Well,
No. So you can have a copy and we can drag our heels, but
Yeah, I mean, we can tell them we're still looking for it for, I don't know, a couple of days. Give you time to get it out there.
well, it would sure help if I had, like, some kind of cool-ass rocker boy to give it to all his fans, and his fans could redistribute it quickly. You don't know anybody like that, do you, Billy?
I mean, I might know someone, but I don't really see what's the upside for me here.
I mean, it might look a bit suspicious when he's been sent to look for it and then all his fans happen to have a copy of it.
Except that's part of his level 2 pop idol ability, which says you can mobilize up to 100 fans per character level, though major mobs are likely to draw a law enforcement response. You've cultivated fan leaders who can pass along your wishes deniably, concealing your involvement in the crowd.
That would work then.
But again, I'm not exactly seeing the upside here for me.
I don't know. Maybe you could sell some of your merch or something. You have like an impromptu concert. You got a guitar on your back.
This is true.
The upside is we have more people to play this awesome game with as well.
But again, I'm failing to see the direct upside for me.
Well, you could join us in a game of it, and you'll have hundreds of fans who could play the game with you as well. It's a great game.
I suppose I probably should get around to learn to play this game, considering I did do some work on one of the. I did help put together some music for one of the games.
This way we get paid and get to score over a corp at the same time. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, all right.
Well, thank you.
Oh, he'll start making copies of this and putting them on shards.
Do we got a venue? Do we got a place in mind for where to put it? Have everyone meet up at? Maybe outside like a game shop.
What area of the city was this again?
Watson? I mean, yeah, the Arasaka waterfront is right next door, but so is Little China and North Oak and Kabuki. It's not a particularly high rent part of the city.
It's kind of downtown, really.
Yeah. Oh, here you go, Grim. This will help you. It's the one I'm using.
Cool.
I mean, it's not in like Little China, which is kind of a cooler place because it's got like, you know, the afterlife and Lizzie's and all that. But
I mean, we could hold a gig in the Kabuki market. That's where a lot of illicit trade and stuff goes on anyway.
mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a hard place to get into for any security forces or whatever that might want to interfere. So, if we talk to a certain local fixer, they might be able to arrange things for us. Or ask Fat Mama to make representations for us.
No, I'm waiting to hear what everybody wants to do. So
I want to search the bedroom for more paper porn. It's good side business.
this guy, no. Although he does seem to have wall-to-wall manga.
Same thing.
So the dude that you beat up, well, had beat up, you wouldn't have done it. He has a game on Thursday nights. Are you up for joining it?
No, he's just a corpo scum. He's part of Rachi. Besides, you ever heard that guy talk? He like puts people to sleep.
Oh, so it's okay to play the game with some people but not with others. We're being elitist now, are we?
Well, he's the man.
Being a gatekeeper. I see, I know your type.
Hey, come on now, that's not even fair.
This game's for everyone, man.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it for everyone. They're the ones trying to gatekeep it behind paywalls and pay to play and all that stuff.
Well, maybe if you come along to his Thursday night game, then you can talk to him and you might find things you agree on, and eventually you could discuss your differences with this, like, adults, rather than sending a gang to go and beat him up.
When's the last time you played this game?
Oh, I have games every Saturday. It's a real cool bunch of guys.
What about if he comes to your game on the Saturday?
Yeah, but wouldn't that kind of be a little awkward? I mean, like, hi, I'm your GM for today. I'm also the guy who sent people to beat you up and steal your stuff.
Don't tell him that you sent him to beat him up. He doesn't need to know that shit.
I mean, I guess if you can do an introduction or something.
Yeah, we'll just say we met this cool guy and he runs a game on Saturdays, and maybe he'd like to come and join the game. I'd like to join the game. I love playing.
Okay. Does your friend play too? Because he's kind of hot.
I don't know if any of the rest of these guys play. It's kind of a nerdy thing.
I don't mind.
Okay, so what is the definite plan here? Time is ticking.
So we've got loads of copies of this thing made for being distributed by fans of Billy, right?
Mm-hmm. If Billy wants to do that.
Yeah, we might as well.
We're gonna
have a little fun along the way.
We'll drag our heels with getting the original copy back.
So you're basically gonna have like an impromptu music session in Kabuki Market and invite all the fans, and copies of this are gonna get passed around.
I believe that's the plan.
Okay.
We'll make excuses for not being able to return the original yet, just like we're still following leads or something. And the guy that got beat up, if we can get him to come along to the Saturday game with the guy who had him beat up, we could perhaps encourage some discussion between the two of them and get the views of the Saturday group into somebody in Brotsy, who then could spread those views from within.
We should return the chip to the employer as soon as possible after the gig, though, before word gets round that it's been copied.
Okay. So here's how things go. Billy plays kind of like an impromptu session, probably playing some of the music from his old games on the in the street market. 300 fans show up, plus additional from around the Kabuki area. It's quite a mob. Copies of the game get spread around surreptitiously. Billy gets about 3,000 creds in merch sales and payoffs, so you can add that to your sheet. Donations and stuff. That goes over pretty much without a hitch. Then what? You gonna return the merchandise to Mama? Where it's supposed to go?
Isn't it supposed to go back to Laramie?
Yeah, it's supposed to go back to him.
Okay, we'll take it back to him and then report job done to Fat Mama.
Yeah, Fat Mama Cass, she's like, well done. Looks like everyone's satisfied. Here's your 90,000 split between the five of you. Interesting thing, though. They said copies of that game got spread around town before you managed to nab the guy, but, those corpo types, they don't care. They know they're going to make so much money back on that piece of software that, they're not even concerned about the theft.
That's 18,000 eddies each, by the way.
Oh, did Laramie want to play on Saturday?
Let's see. I'll give you a connect check. See if you could convince him.
I don't have the connect skill, but I do have +2 on charisma, so.
So yeah.
Two
So you got
D6 or
2 die 6 plus 2 minus 1.
8.
Yeah, he's always willing to try another game, so he'll give it a try. Maybe something good will come out of it, maybe not. Has anybody got anything else they want to wind up?
No, I think that's it.
All right. That's pretty much, today's little mission. Any comments about it or anything afterward, or?
I like the meta element of this being very about a tabletop game, ultimately.
I know. I just kind of thought of it off the top of my head. I just thought, you know what? That would be funny just to see what the players do, just to see whether or not their characters override their, personal sense. Because I'm pretty sure most of us would have just said, "Fuck WotC." But
Also, the album that got there, the concert got called the New School Revolution.
yeah,
Trying to tug at the heartstrings of cyberpunk characters generally doesn't work. So.
I thought about making it even more difficult by making it an XP per cash buyout game, but but I just went with the standard. So let me get around to XP rewards and stuff. Mess with that in a while.
I'm quite glad I got the two factions talking to each other in some way, though.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. It might turn into something. Okay, so let's see. This is how XP is given out. Okay, so successful missions award 3 experience points. That's pretty much it. I don't think there was anything too difficult about that to award any bonuses. So that means everybody should have 9 XP, which means you're like 3 short of 4th.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yep. I don't know how. Did anybody enjoy it enough to want to do another session, or
If you've got another one planned, we could do a second.
anybody else?
Yeah, I'm up for playing some more. I quite like Cyberpunk as a setting.
I do too. And I think this game handles it pretty decently. Although, might be good to brush up on all the hacking stuff before next time.
I mean, it
And
might
we
be
did-
nice to roll a hacking test that seems...
I was going to
That
say
too.
that's an in-character recommendation for you, Pretty.
Yeah, and we didn't really use drones or vehicle combat or anything, but it's there if it came down to it.
Yeah,
Do you want to run that?
I might have to
Sorry.
join 20 or 30 minutes late if we keep this time slot. Just
Yeah, that's fine.
I usually end work at like 9:15 or so. By the time I get home,
That's okay. Usually the first 30 minutes are just dedicated to getting stuff set up anyway. So
So do you want to run this next week? Because I've been holding the fort the last few weeks. It'd be nice to have a break.
No, that's fine. I can do it again next week.
Cool.
Unless anything comes up. Any of you guys have any recommendations or anything you want to see or want to do or stuff you want to know about or get involved with?
I'd say nothing immediately comes to mind, but I don't know if I'd be able to show up next week, so I don't think I could really have much of a voice here.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah, we might get Mike on board for the next one, so because he didn't know there was a game this week.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know the setting well enough to suggest anything, so it's not one of my strong points. So,
as long as you're having fun with it.
yeah.
Most of my knowledge of the setting comes from Tabletop List, to be fair.
That's okay. All right. Well,
those sessions may in fact be canon.
Yeah. I would sure like them to be.
Come canon.
Yes. All right, everybody out there in YouTube land, thank you all for hanging out with us, and we will see you on Tuesday.